Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comforts together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Hello, hello, hello. 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 Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. I broke. Ha! What's going on? Hello, all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers. What's going on out there to all of you, my darlings? And it's another glorious day, and you know what time it is, honey. So, my darlings, it's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. You like the shirt? Huh? You like the shirt? Okay. Yeah, I had to give that to y'all today, honey. I'm like, ooh. Mm-hmm. Wait, Bug, what you Bug, you started already. You know it. Okay, you know it. Road is up in here. Hey, Road, what's going on, baby? Mm-hmm. Honeys, listen, all right. I'm just getting in not too long ago. I went to go see after my cousin today. And another day. We're getting there. We got her, honey. She had a taste for some watermelon. So we got her some watermelon. We got her some pears. She wanted some juice. She wanted some Apple Jacks. She wanted some Fruit Loops. Okay. So I'm like, all right, we gonna what you want, girl? Just tell me what you want. We're gonna go get it. So um she gave me her card, but I forgot to get the PIN number for the card. So I just went on and used mine. I was like, no, this is my cousin, honey. So we just gonna make sure that everything is everything. So it was a cute day. Today was a better day than yesterday. We got her up, we got her in the chair today, and that was cute. And if you had just seen her, honey, that gave her some, just some relief. So it was during today that a lot of what we're going to talk about today, it comes into play because I was sitting down talking with her girlfriend and, sharing a little bit of my story and things of what I've gone through in this first 50 years of being on the planet. Okay, or at least in this existence. It was some things that had come out of our conversation. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a cute talking point. Okay, a cute talking point. Cute. Real cute. Okay. So it's all of that. You know, today I'm pulling up my thing because I wrote this out. Uh so that I want to read it so that it's all cute. Okay, it's all cute. Let me see. Today's show is entitled "Come What May." What you gonna do? Okay, come what may. What you gonna do? Okay. How did your beliefs become your beliefs? Not your mama's, not your grandmama's, not your daddy's, not your granddaddy's, not your aunts and uncles. How did they become yours? What has happened in your life that made you question your very foundation and move forward with your own knowledge and experience about what you have been taught? Hmm. This is a real good discussion, I believe. Okay. Now, here's another question. Would you allow your children or anybody who you mentor, anybody around you, would you allow them to have their own beliefs under your roof? Huh? Now, what if they believe something that's totally opposite from what you think you have instilled in them to be truth or their foundation? Mm, mm. Think about that before you answer. And then here's a real good one. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, happy birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, y'all know today, January 15th, is the actual day of his birth. But, because it's on a Friday, we're going to observe his birthday. The national holiday is going to be this coming Monday. So ain't no mail, no nothing's going to happen Monday. Bank's going to be closed, all of that, okay? So, how do you feel about these MLK weekend celebrations that go on across the country? And I don't think nobody does it bigger than Atlanta, because Atlanta has been advertising MLK weekends and it's become a whole big to-do. So how do you really feel about MLK weekends? Do you feel that such celebrations tarnish his image or his legacy? Now, for the alphabet children, my community, why aren't we celebrating Bayard Rustin in the same fashion? Hmm? And do you think that Black folk will be accepting of a Bayard Rustin holiday? I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. I'm gonna let that sink, because I know that there is going to be hot. Okay. I know that's going to be hot. Oh, that's good. Wait a minute. Here we go. Yes, my daughter is atheist and my son is Muslim. Reverend, Reverend. For those of y'all, this is one of my mentors, honey, and my spiritual counselors, honey. This is the Reverend Alfreda Lenoir. Really? And I know, see, one of the things that I love about Reverend Frida is that she is so, well, we call it progressive thinking, but I just think that I believe that she embodies what the spirit of spirit really is. Okay. And carried on. And I think that there is everything, because oftentimes, particularly those of us who are Black Americans, or whatever name we're gonna call ourselves, I'm saying Black, brown people, Americans, okay, because we have um such in a rooted foundation in what Christianity is supposed to be. Okay, and what we think it's supposed to. I'm going to give y'all something, because I know y'all know a raisin in the sun. I know y'all know a raisin in the sun. Okay, when Mom went over to Bernita, honey, I slapped the shit out of her and said, "In this house, God lives in this house. Okay, there is God in this house." Okay, and carried on. So and y'all know, and yes, it is. It's gonna be a slam. So I'm not gonna try to pretty it up. But y'all know that to talk about or to joke with or anything, for people who are traditional Christians, they find it to be insulting. Oh, honey, you can't talk about their Jesus. Okay. in a way that maybe they get all up in arms, which is why we have so many wars, because everybody thinks that you're supposed to believe exactly the same way, either that they want to teach it, either that you're supposed to have grown up in it, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes that way. And then I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here. Because there are a lot of us who have expanded our horizons. We have come out into a whole new realm of understanding the divine in all of its expressions. You know, until there are some of us who are still sheltered progressives, because we won't allow an expression that we consider not to be positive or not to be in the light or whatever. If it doesn't agree, there are some of us who are limited progressives that still hold that same kind of judgment as if we were staunch traditional believers of Christianity or whatever other religion that you want. So are you really progressive then? Or are you just being spiritual because you think it's cute to do, so that you don't get tied down to a specific religion, and et cetera, et cetera. Wait a minute, I got another reverend that came up in here, Reverend Franklin. Where the understanding is revealed in us that divinity has nothing to do with religion, then is when we can embrace all expressions of the divine. Reverend Franklin, ha! Yes! Whoo, y'all gonna make me backflip up in here. Okay? Yes. Okay? Yes, 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 yes. I thoroughly and totally agree with all of that, because see, it is then I really believe that oftentimes, um, because we've been so bombarded with how we were raised, that the conflict becomes, how do we maintain a relationship with our parents, our grandparents, and carry it on? And yet we think differently, we do stuff differently and carry it on, and not bring about shame or disgust or whatever to the family name, you know, and this, that, and the other, at the church house, because child, Lord knows, honey, you know, you can't do nothing bad and the pastor find out about it, and the church children, the deacons, and then done found out, honey. And that motherboard, you can't let that motherboard find. No, no, honey, don't you do that. Because then they got to go tarry, and they got to take that before the Lord in prayer. Let me explain to you how this came about. Nick, you ready? Because I'm going to bring you in a minute. Okay. Uh, what has happened is that during the time that I lived in New York, and I may have told y'all this story a few times, but when I lived in New York, I moved there April 10th, 1995. I moved back home February 26th, 1996. So I was there for just 10 months, a little over 10 months. Okay. But when I moved to New York at the tender age of 25, or fresh 25, my New York experience was to show me who God is. Okay. Because it was my New York experience that God revealed himself, herself, itself to me. Okay. And I had to learn and understand. When I say it's me and God got this, I understood that. I understood that I had to do my part, Alfreda. That you say this all the time, honey. You have to participate in the miracle process. You have to participate. You got to participate. You got to participate. You must participate in the miracle. Okay. And it was there in New York that it wasn't my mama telling me how to lean on God or this, that, and the other. I didn't have my grandmama there to tell me, neither one of them, honey. Didn't have nobody there. That was me and God. And that was when I had to understand how God works in my life. Okay. Now, prior to that, I understood it, but I can say that prior to me moving to New York, everything that I was given was complete regurgitation. Okay. Yeah, I know God is a healer and this, that, and that. I knew all that. But that there was practice, regurgitation, memorization, going to church every Sunday and things, singing in the choir somewhere. You know, that's what all that was. Okay. And my New York experience was prior to me finding liberation theology because I didn't come into Unity Fellowship Church movement until 1997. Okay. 97, 98. So, darling, no. Okay. So this is even before I became even more progressive. So I ended up having to understand my New York experience was for God to show me, or the infinite, the omniverse, to show me who God is. Okay. For me. So anytime I went out to go and when I share my stories or what the church children want to say, testify and this, that, and the other, anytime I go and I share my experience of what I believe to be my higher power and my connection to the omniverse. And as you see, that's the word I like to use when I talk about God and all of that, because I say that not just the universe, and because uni means one. I say the omniverse because there's a plethora. And see, there's things out there, honey, that's still coming to. We don't know what's out there, but the omniverse is greater. Okay. So uh that there was for me to understand what that was. And so I ended up having to challenge my very foundation, you know, everything that I was taught to believe, everything that I was told should be, you know, came into question. And then I had to stand up on my own in my own convictions. And when I say this is my life, y'all say, I'm a grown ass man, I'm a grown ass woman. Well, are you able to stand in your convictions and stand in your beliefs? And they are your beliefs. They're not your mama's, they ain't grandmama's, they ain't your daddy's, they ain't your granddaddy's, they ain't your aunts, they ain't your uncles, they ain't your best friends, they ain't your boys, your girls, your homies, okay, your girlfriends. They ain't none of that. These are yours, based on your life, based on your experiences, based on how um based on how you move and groove through life, based on how you move and groove, what you've been into, what you got out of. You know what I'm saying? What you put your energy into, you know. So are your beliefs your own, or are you still an amalgamation of regurgitation? Ooh, an amalgamation of regurgitation, because you got mama, dad, and all them other children in your ear, down in your core, telling you this is what you should believe. Okay. You know, we done got systematic and carried on, because how many of us say that, oh, well, black folks don't do that? That ain't what black folks do. We don't go scuba diving. We don't jet ski. Okay. We don't go skiing, period. Okay, it's cold. We don't be in the damn snow. Black folks don't do that. We don't go hand gliding, bungee jumping. But how many of us have stepped outside of that box and out of those norms and out of that belief system and was able to stand on your own? And you went bungee jumping and found out that there was something that you found exciting, and it gave you a thrill for life. It opened you up. It opened up something that gave you something to give more thanks and praise for being alive for. Okay, how many of y'all went and jumped out of an airplane? Okay, and things of that nature. And we call those children adrenaline junkies, but I'm using those particular things because of the belief wrapped around it. Okay, now some of us will just say that ain't my thing, and that's cool. But I'm going for the belief system. How many of us are stuck in something because we have chosen to believe and been taught to believe, made to believe that certain demographics don't do this. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Alphabets, talk to me. Alphabets, unite. How many of us, wait a minute, give me a book, give me a book, give me a book. Ooh, no, I'm gonna use this. How many of us were told girls carry their books like this? Boys carry their books like this. Girls only only girls do this. Really? But if I'm trying to keep these fools from bullying me and knocking my books out my damn hand every 5 fucking minutes, I have to protect my books and my notes. Okay. How many of us were told that? Menfolk, can I talk to the men for a minute? I know you heard this. Man, that little boy is shit. Stop all that goddamn crying. Men don't cry. The fuck is this shit? This little punk. Huh? I mean, I know you heard that. I know you heard that. Huh? Beliefs. When has your beliefs when did they become yours? When did your beliefs become yours? And you're able to say, this is who I am. Good, bad, or indifferent. Because how about this? Let's go here. Let's go here. Because there are some thoughts, honey, to where if you believe it, you just believe it. And we got this little tag hashtag or the catchphrase that we go, well, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. Okay. Because there are instances where I believe in the death penalty. And it used to be that I was trying to be churchified when I didn't believe in the death penalty. I didn't believe in it because it wasn't church, it wasn't Christian, it wasn't the right, God wouldn't. You're supposed to look, oh, really? No, there are moments, honey, where no, fry this motherfucker. Fry him and get rid of this misery. Send him back to God Express. Then there are moments like, don't kill him. No, because death is too good for that bastard there. No, don't kill him. Don't kill him. Oh, hell no, don't kill him. Because then he gets away scot-free. He don't get to sit down here and look and be miserable and then let his conscience get to him. See, he don't get to sit down here and be tormented like everybody else because these babies got to sit up here and deal with the trauma of what the hell you just did. So beliefs. When did your beliefs become yours? Straight folks, let me talk to you straight people. Yeah, I'm finna go here. I'm finna go here. Because y'all always saying that we get on y'all because of y'all beliefs and how you feel. But how about y'all that really believe that the alphabet children should die and go to hell and be exiled and carry on, and you stand on it? And because you have a popular belief and can get a rally around you with folks who believe the same way you do, it's never challenged. So if you're strong enough to stand on that, honey, what does that mean? Because see, when we get into those little things where they get icky, and maybe not politically correct or maybe not politically sound or whatever, and it gets into those things that, and I can't fuck with you kind of things, do you still, is it your belief? Or is it because it's the popular belief and you just adopted it so you can be popular? Huh? So you could be in the end thing. Huh? Talk to me, children. Come on. Yes, I'm all of the above. I done sipped some tea. I done dunked the crumpet. I brewed it. I'm stirring the motherfucking pot. And we finna get into the reading the tea leaves in just a moment. Okay? In just a moment. Nick?
Yeah. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Hey!
Okay. Wait a minute. Why you dark?
I'm dark? All this light I gotta bring on me?
You are, no, I have no screen on you. Go out and come back in because I think your camera.
Oh my God, I was getting ready to say I'm in a beautiful light. I'll be right back.
I know, honey. I'm trying to get you to catch your look, girl. She got to come out and log on back in, honey. Oh, yes, child. Wait a minute. This here is just orange pineapple juice. It was supposed to be tea, but I didn't get here in time to have it brewed, and I didn't want it to burn because I didn't know how long I was going to be with my cousin. But this here is just orange pineapple juice. But wait a minute. We got the squeezy bottle. Oh, yeah. It's a Fourth Ward original, honey. This one here, this is a Hennessy cocktail. It's called something from behind. Ha! Okay. Okay, we back, Nick. There we go.
Am I in the light? Am I in the lights?
You in the...
Can y'all see me?
Come on, Carol Ann.
What kind of cocktail you got? Look, what you got? What you had?
I got fuck me from behind, the squeezy bottle.
I got my baby from my South African red wine.
I love that bottle. I so love that bottle. Okay.
I so love this wine. Okay.
So let's get into it. Wait a minute. Have another sip. Let me go to the comments, because the comments.
Okay, because I'm ready, because my household is really different when it comes to that too. So let's have it.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. Let's go to the comments and things. And what's up, family? Time for us to send out the Nighthawk signal. Okay, send out the NHS, honey. Come on. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna repost this because I just thought that this here. Frida just said this. My daughter is atheist and my son is Muslim. And you know, at one point in time, it used to throw me to hear black folks say that they were atheists. It threw me, girl. It used to throw
Just as black people ain't allowed to say that.
Yeah, hold on. Right, that was sacrilege. Like, bitch.
You couldn't say that. No matter what religion you was, you couldn't say that shit.
You couldn't say that. And at one point in time.
Well, I don't mean no harm, but somebody say that around me now. Like, I don't mind you believing differently, but when somebody tell me ain't no God, I kind of get the hell away from them. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what it is for me? Here's what I had to learn, is that most of the time what folks are dejecting and rejecting are the teachings. Now, I'm just supposed to wait for some entity to enter my body and tell me this and do this, and then I'm supposed to just wait on the Lord.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that either. Most people should know, like, even from the book that most of us, well, y'all know I was brought up Muslim, so, but even from that good book, Faith Without Works.
Damn. So oftentimes folks are rejecting what that's supposed to imply. Okay. Even the whole concept of the devil. You know, a lot of folks, it's easy to blame the devil. You know, that's Geraldine. The devil made me do it.
The devil made me do it. You know, I had that Flip Wilson Geraldine doll. Okay. So let's say it forever in my head. The devil made me do it. We have been taught that anything that was ill-gotten or devious or whatever was the devil.
And that's what made, and what it gave us was the ability to remove responsibility.
But let me say this. This is where us as Black people have selective memory.
Ooh.
Because that Old Testament, just open up any book in it.
What you say, any of them?
We was fucking up, God wiped us the fuck out.
According to how you taught it.
Noah.
According to how you taught it.
Okay. So, well, God said, y'all just keep on acting up. Keep on acting up. What'd he do? Flood shit.
See?
Sodom and Gomorrah, y'all want to keep on acting fuck up? Burn it the fuck down.
Acting
See,
up,
y'all forget about that. We have selective memory. What about when God say, I'm a jealous God?
Oh, wait, how about that? Wait. Oh, let's go right there, because that's good. Let's pause right there, because here is something that I have always asked pastors and preachers and things, and I never got an answer. because you teach that we're all created in the image of God. Okay. And of course, when we're born again to be baptized or whatever, then we have taken on that of God. We're supposed to be in his likeness and all this, that, and the other. Where if you're teaching me that this is the top 10, this is from the 10 Commandments,
Yes,
thou shalt have
God.
no other God before me, for thine
Before
is a
me,
jealous
and
God.
I
That's
am a
commandment number
jealous
one.
God.
That's commandment number one. So if you telling me that God himself or herself or itself has said that they are a jealous God, and yet I'm created in the image of that, then why is it when I get jealous, I'm wrong?
I'm sinning.
I'm sinning.
It's a sin. To be envious is a sin. To be envious is to be jealous.
Okay. So,
See, this is where I say we sometimes we take the books so literal, because did they not also say in the Old Testament when the man stepped on a stick and God struck him dead? He was just walking. He was just walking. I just don't want to believe that God Almighty is just going to somebody going to step on a stick by mistake and he just going to strike him dead. Now, come on, explain that to me, somebody.
again, beliefs. When did your beliefs become yours? When the very existence of your core and your foundation was shaken, and you had to then rebuild it.
What's so funny for me is, guys, that was never an issue for me. And I'm going to tell y'all why, because my upbringing was very eclectic. You know, I tell y'all all the time, I was born into the Nation of Islam. At home, it was Islam. I was at my grandmother's most of the time. She was Baptist, but we wasn't going to church every Sunday. I don't never remember going to church with my grandmother ever.
Okay.
And then when my mom moved too far away for me to still go to Sister Claire Muhammad, which was the Islamic school that I went to, she didn't want me in public school, so she put me in Catholic school.
How about that?
So I never had anything superly forced on me. Growing up, I can say, because for some reason, Islam just made the most sense to me.
Okay.
It made the most sense to me. But I can honestly say, and I know all my Muslim family members and friends might feel some type of way about this, but it made the most sense to me. It still makes the most sense to me. Understand that. However, I never felt it in my heart. Now I'm gonna tell you what something struck me in my heart, because like y'all know, Jackie was my second mom, my mother's sister. Jackie was a Christian. Now, I remember back in the day when I was little, Jackie was in the Nation of Islam too, but that was more because her husband was in there. It wasn't really about her.
Right.
So Jackie's always been Christian.
That's a
Like,
good point. I'm
y'all
gonna
know,
put a pin right there. I want a pin right there about you adopting something because of somebody else's shit. I'm in it because put a pin there.
Right. Yeah, make sure you remember that pin, because I want to speak to some of the young girls about that. I definitely need to speak to some girls about that. But Jackie was always, like I tell y'all, my mother was the most cussing Christian. Jackie answered the phone and say, "Praise the Lord, who the hell is this?" And I'm gonna pray for your dumb ass when I get on my prayer line at 9 o'clock.
You know what?
And when we left, I'll be like, "Mom, she be like, he know me."
Listen, that's Carita Williams, Auntie. That's you, girl. She done let
Jackie probably up there together. God probably like, if y'all don't shut the hell up, God probably cussing at them right now.
Carita, Miss Kaida, as we called her. That sister there will sit down here and we have just done because you's a goddamn lie. Get the fuck off out of here. Baby, that song will bring praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Jackie all day.
Praise the Lord.
So I'm gonna tell you where my heart got touched. My heart got touched. My sister is Jewish.
Okay.
It's an all-black Jewish congregation in Philadelphia. And the Rabbi Mahira Batsera, Rabbi Bowen, I owe her my life. Do you understand me?
Wow. Okay.
I went. My second husband, y'all, remember I told y'all that was a real brief thing. My second husband never had really anybody positive black men in his life. You know, everybody was street people. So I know a lot of positive people, but I was trying to think of somebody that was positive and spiritual. So my brother-in-law, y'all, Hezekiah Grimmage. I love this man so much for loving my sister the way that he does. And for as long as they've been, I think it's been over 20 years now. Yaya and Maul, 22 years. Molly is 23. Yaya's 22. 22 or 23 years. This man has loved my sister. And I mean, I'm not in the house, so I'm sure everybody got their ups and downs and all kinds of stuff.
Right, right.
They don't give up on each other. And I love him for that. And I tell him every chance I get, because we needed it. Okay, we needed that person. So I wanted to talk to Hezi. I wanted Hezi and my husband to talk, right? But we went over there on a Friday. Now I know in Islam, Jumar is on Friday, but by the time we were going to them, Jumar was over. Okay. But they go to the temple when the sun goes down. Okay, so when we got there, my sister said, hey, yeah, we can do just that. But if y'all want to talk tonight or tomorrow, we on our way to the temple. So you're going to have to go with us. My heart was so invested at the time. I said, well, come on, I'm going. I had on jeans. She said, girl, you can't wear pants in the sanctuary.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
But you know what? I was so invested. Girl, give me a skirt to put on.
Right, okay, right.
I put that motherfucking skirt on and was right there. Now, he didn't like it because Islam is who he is, right? Islam is who he is, so he didn't like it. And I wasn't even mad at that. But something there made me go back and back and back every week. And I remember the rabbi calling me up one day and she said, tell him what you need to say. It's the first time that my heart felt full with the Muslim. It was full. And I said, you know what? I came here for somebody else. I kept coming back for me. Okay? I used to always laugh at Jackie all the time. I'm like, y'all be jumping up and down in church and all that shit. I'm like, y'all need to stop that because God gonna strike y'all down one of these days. Talking about y'all catching the Holy Ghost. Stop it. Y'all need to stop faking. I thought everybody that quit the Holy Ghost was faking. Okay. So one day, I still don't know what happened to me. I would have to get my sister on the line and Molly, because Molly was about 10, 11, 10 or 11. He said, Mama, I don't know what happened to you, but you start jumping up and down and your butt was all in my face. And like Chrissy and them came and moved me out the way. And But something took over my spirit. And after leaving, I called Jackie. I said, hey, Mom, just need to tell you I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me, but something just happened to me. My soul just feel lighter because I had let some stuff go. Now, I still, to this day, with mainstream religion, I still have my issues. If I want to fellowship, if I'm going to Philly, yes, I'm going to go to Temple Bethel. I don't conform to anything because after that, something also in my spirit let me know that me and him, he done had me for so long and I didn't even know it. Wow. Something one day had me realize and rewind all the shit that could have been so much worse. Where I should have been dead, or I should have been a drug addict, or I should have been an alcoholic, or I should have been a prostitute, or I should have been this, and should have been that. And I said, and Jackie's friend, bitch, he been here the whole time. But it took me going there to realize he was really there. See, the laws and everything of Islam make real sense to me. And that's why there are so many things that I will still follow. But still, just like things at the temple, I'm still going to follow. But I still think mainstream religion take things too much by the book. So if you guys don't know about Judaism, Judaism is always, it's Torah. So Torah is the first 5 books of the Old Testament. So they stay in the Old Testament. Okay. So just like I said, you say on a Sabbath, you're not supposed to do no work. You're not supposed to kindle no fire, no spend no money, no do nothing. right? And you say in the Old
Right.
Testament that God struck that man down for stepping on a stick. For me, if you teach me that God is so much love, I just do not believe that he would do that. Also, when they were way back when, nobody had to go anywhere. They communed together. They was all right, they were right there. The tribes were wherever they were, but they were together. You know what I'm saying? 12 different
Exactly.
tribes of Judah might not have all been in the same area, but each tribe were together. So they worshiped together. They didn't have to go nowhere. They did cook the day before the sun went down and stuff like that. They did adhere to the laws, right? But when you tell me we're not supposed to kindle no fire, then
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody calling you because we can hear the buzz.
I just declined.
Yeah. Now redo your sound because it bumped out your sound.
Okay.
No. You sound like you're underwater. Okay. All right. Now, while she do that, let me go back to some of the comments. Okay. Some of the comments right here. The day Patricia Ann put me out of her house after all I had to do to maintain it, even though I came back home, I was never the same after that. That day, I was no longer her son. I became me. Ooh. I'm going to read that one more time. The day Patricia Ann put me out of her house after all I had to do to maintain it, even though I came back home, I was never the same after that. That day, I was no longer just her son. I became me. Look. Damn. That's profound. I really like your contemplations about these topics. Okay. Come on now. Okay, you Helena, you heard. Okay, yeah, you talk. I know. I remember when that came up. Not girls like me, right? Okay, you didn't carry your. Heard that? Youngest of 10, 9 boys and 1 girl. Child. Okay. Hey, y'all, just popping in for a little bit tonight. Hey, Amy, what's up, baby? Israel, yes, I have heard that men are not supposed to cry. I cry because it makes me more in touch with my spirit than not to cry. Oh, well, how about that? How about that? I like that. I like that too. Okay. Y'all know I don't have popular beliefs. Okay, Miss Amy. She said, y'all know I ain't got the popular beliefs, child.
Girl,
okay.
I don't think none of us in the night hawk do, girl.
Okay, in your mouth like that. Yes, honey, the squeeze bottle. Yeah,
Put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sing the rest because we talking about God.
Why not? God created that too.
So listen, y'all, because I don't want to lose my thought because this was a very important point. So yes, we would all cook and everything the day before because we would be in service all day. Right. You didn't have to, but the rabbi said she would rather you be in service all day than to break the Sabbath because the Sabbath for Jewish people is supposed to be from when the sun goes down on Friday night to when it goes down on Saturday night, right? So she said she would rather they would have service all day just so that you wouldn't break it. You didn't have to stay, but you could. So we would stay. So we would bring all our food and stuff with us. We would warm it up in the microwave, right? Or some people would bring whatever you made in the crock pot, plug it up, keep it on warm. Right. Here's my issue. You say I can't kindle no fire, right?
Right.
We can use the crock pot in the microwave. Well, my stove was electric. So are you to criticize me if I would have cooked my food before I came?
Ooh.
That was just one thing. Okay, like I said, remember all the tribes would commune together. They didn't have to go far. Come out of your houses and meet right there in the town square, wherever they had their house of worship, right? Mm-hmm. This Congregation Temple Bethel is up in West Oakland, Mount Airy. It's like on the cusp of both of those in Philly, right? We have a lot of people who live in Jersey, in Delaware. You know, I lived up in Pottstown, so I wasn't really in Philly. I was outside of Philly. But for our people in Jersey or Delaware, people, whichever way you came, If you had to come across the toll bridge, did you not just spend some money?
Well,
I don't think God is going to say, you're coming to go to worship, stay your ass home because you don't need to be paying that toll.
Well.
So literal things like that. Or if I know I really need to go to service, but I didn't get home till late or something like that, and I didn't have enough gas in my car. In my own belief, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but my own belief is if I want to go worship or I need that word, I need that fellowship, I don't think that God is going to hate me because I had to put some gas in my car to get the service.
How about that?
So it was things like that when we take some of those things so literal, and I didn't want to be disrespectful and stuff like that because I do like that woman, that black woman rabbi. And when I tell you, y'all can look her up because they know her all over the world, in Israel, everywhere. That woman touched my spirit. She touched my soul. She healed something in me that I needed at that time in order for me to be able to open my eyes and have the Most High in my life the way I have him now. Okay. She was a gateway to get me to where I needed to be as spiritual as I am today. So I was able to take all those different things that I learned growing up, and the thing that touched me the most as an adult, to be able to have my own relationship with God and not have to put any label on it.
Okay.
Because I don't remember him telling me that I had to.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about the kids in the house, Redman and Molly are Muslim. Timmy is Christian. Keisha and Cole are more like me. It's like, it's just a spiritual thing. They know God is there. They don't feel like in any particular form they have to serve him. If they felt, Keisha said, if I feel like going to church, Mom, I'm going to church. Right. If I feel like this, or if I feel like I just want to read and meditate and commune with God, or, you know, go do some astrology and commune with, you know, the universe and stuff like that, I'm going to do that too. Right. Cole is the same way. Cole will read from all the books the way I read from all the books. To get whatever she may need, or meditation, or we looking into the crystals, or we looking into, you know, all the things that our ancestors did, the spirituality of who we are. Like when we want to talk about us as Black people. Oh, come on now. We want to talk about us as Black people. We let them take away all the spiritualness that we had. And then we look at us crazy when I say, well, I don't have no particular religion, I'm spiritual. What do that mean? It means I start looking into us and figuring out what we was doing and all those things that they told y'all was bad. Like every time you hear that word voodoo, you run it. Why? Why you running? Because think about this. When they made you think that voodoo was bad, when somebody in that big house got sick, when Master got sick, or one of Master kids got sick, Master went down to the slave quarters and got the herbalist. Mama, whoever she was, or auntie, whatever they called her, and got her to make them that special brew. Mix a special brew, put fire inside of you. And anytime you feel danger, fear, then instantly she would appear. See? Think about that. When they made you feel like, now don't get me wrong, because just like in anything, there's good and bad. And we know that from the Bible. We know that from all our spiritual teachers and stuff like that. Right. Anything could be used for good or bad. That's right. But when y'all allowed them to make us all think that everything spiritual was bad, we fucked it up. They didn't fuck that up. We fucked it up. Say that. Well, let's go here. Let's go right here. Now, it might be my South African red wine talking, but I felt like I ain't been here in a while and I needed to come and give a word. Right. I was born into Jehovah's Witnesses, left when I was 11. Spent some time looking for religion and found several Christian churches until I landed in non-denominational church. Left after a year and did witchcraft for a bit. Quit that and considered myself agnostic for a while. At this point, I just consider myself spiritual. Now, wait a minute. Come on, Amy. Wait a minute. I'm going to tell y'all why that's comical to me. because it sounds like we get to a point where, you know, where we just say, you know what, fuck it. Just ain't me. Okay.
Just like me, because I know that journey. Because I was born and raised Baptist. I went to Kojic Holiness, and I went there because when we were down on our luck, that was the church that came to the house and blessed us with the food, box and all. So we
Is
had
holiness the same thing as 7 Day Adventist?
no,
I said Adventist.
no. 7 Day
I'm sorry,
Adventist
Mom.
is something else, child. They're the ones. I know their Sabbath is Saturday.
Right.
They go by the calendar. So seventh day of the week is Saturday. So that's their Sabbath carrying on.
Yep.
Now, along with that is some other fundamentals about that makes them them. Okay, that I haven't gotten into to study. But that there is that, and I really believe that they're along the lines of Pentecostal, I think, but they're like primitive. Pentecostal is all about, okay, we gonna come up in here high praise. Okay, you ain't praising the Lord unless you backflipping and carried on, and you saved 5 here with the Holy Ghost with the evidence of speaking in tongue, 5 baptized. Okay, and carried on. So a lot of that, I've studied Jehovah's Witnesses for a while. That was the first time my mother and I got into a discussion because I was 14, 15? Yeah, 15. And I was studying, and I'm up under watching this, that, and other, and I let them tell me that to have a cross was bad, and that my mother should get rid of that cross because the cross was not what Jesus died on. Jesus died at the stake. He wasn't on the cross, and blah 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 blah. And I went and told my mother that. I said, "Oh, Mom, you got to get rid of that cross." And so my mother, she's like, "You're not gonna come up in here like that because if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. But this is my belief." And it kind of brought a little tension for a second because it was kind of hypocritical for me because my mother wasn't going to church at that time, but she had, how those of us who don't. Well, now I get it because, but at that time, Mom was still drinking. She was still smoking at that time and carrying on, but she had her cross and she sent to Reverend Al.
It probably was her protection.
Right.
Her cross, even when you're doing some bad stuff, the cross gonna protect. Look, I keep this stone around my damn neck because I might cuss a few people out every day.
So I understand that journey because all the time that particular journey was me trying to find God when it was me trying to find me. God was already there. I had to be comfortable with my expressions. Even when I was at church, I became a deacon in training and carrying on. I was a Sunday school teacher, this, that, and the other. I was doing all of those particular things. And I even matriculated to being a board member of the Unity Fellowship Church, Detroit, when it was reinstated. It was a fallout, and then they restarted the church or whatever. It was a mess. But then that's when I became a board member, and then so now I'm getting to see the business behind the politics of the church, which was pissing me off.
Yeah.
And carrying on. So it was all so I know that particular journey. So then when we get to the point, you know what? Fuck it. Never mind. Okay,
I'm gonna figure it out. Look.
Okay, I'm gonna do it like this because now what we go on is I know for me, I'm a believer. I know that there's something greater than me. I know that there's answers to questions that I'm not gonna get right away, or if ever, and things of that nature. But there's something out there bigger than me because the questions that I have, honey, that bigger force or life force or whatever have to have an answer because it's somewhere out there. So because of that, we can even call it higher intelligence.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it higher intelligence because we're so busy worried about artificial intelligence. Ooh, that's good.
Come on. Say it again for the people in the back.
I don't even know what you said. How about that?
Can you say that again for the people in the back?
See, I want to be able for us to focus and accept that there's higher intelligence out there. But right now, we're so busy focused on artificial intelligence, the technology,
that we forget.
So because of that, it opens that up. So I had learned that anybody who comes to me saying that they're atheists and this, that, and the other, I had to learn that if you listen to them talk, most of the time they're saying the exact same thing that a Christian would be saying. The thing of it is
Mm-hmm.
that they took out all of the mystic out of it.
Okay.
They'll sit down there and tell you, no, I don't need nothing in this guy to tell me what to do. I make my decisions. I get up every day. I go out there and put the work in. I have to sit up here and make sure that I spend the money. I pay the bills. I have to go out there and work my ass off to make sure such a child. We just said faith without works is dead.
Faith without works, baby. You doing
Okay.
exactly what he's asked of us.
What I said at the beginning, you got to participate in the miracle. You got to
Yeah.
do your part in order for it to happen. Same thing, but they took the mystic out of it. And the way that is taught that, I'm just supposed to sit back and wait on the Lord, because a lot of folks want to wait and use it as an excuse for not wanting to do it.
God will provide.
Yeah, God will, but
He will provide to help you find a damn job and get up off your ass
the
and
job
figure
ain't
it out.
coming to you. You got to go fill out an application somewhere.
And if you work hard enough, and if you believe in yourself, because that's us with that speaking into existence stuff. Speaking into existence is, let me talk to God and let me speak this out to him so he can bring it back to me.
Okay.
Y'all ain't never even thought about it like that. Speaking into existence. Because when you praying, and when they pray hard and they pray out loud,
Mm-hmm.
speaking it into existence, God hearing you.
See?
You
Hold
put it out
on.
there. They say put it out in the universe.
Right. Y'all may unfit me after this, but I reject Christianity and the Christian God. I mean, zero offense in saying that. It's just a fact for me. I like, wait a minute, come here. I like that last sentence. It's just a fact for me.
For me.
It ain't just,
Why would I offend you?
it's not an IJS. I'm just saying. No, she said, this is a fact
For
for me.
me.
Okay. And under that, guys, because
That's just respect. That's just respect.
listen,
It's a fact for
that,
me.
under that, let me take y'all to the movies. Y'all know I love using references. Can I take y'all to the movie The Devil's Advocate?
One of my favorites.
I love that
Come
movie.
on, give me a
I'm
scene.
going to tell you the scene that I swear has every Christian person buckling in their seats is when Al Pacino sat up there and said, look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Take,
Don't think.
but don't swallow. Okay? He said, why would a God give you all of this and tell you that you could do this, this, and this, and then won't allow you to experience it?
It's the same thing as I want my cake and eat it too. Who the fuck want a piece of cake and don't want to eat it?
He said, worship that? Never. Now, this is supposed to be Satan talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Morning Star.
And I'm telling you, every time that scene come up in that movie, I live for that scene because I know that feeling, because we get so caught up in a belief to where we never make it our own. Let me give y'all an example. Because, here I am, I done got, I'm progressive, I'm in unity and things, and I'm a liberation theologist and things, and I'm doing it, and God is love, and love is for everyone. L-I-F-E, love is for everyone, okay? And we were predominantly an alphabet affirming church, okay? And a lot of that up under the teachings, which I believe in the teachings. It's just that I've outgrown it. Okay. A lot of it were, a lot of us had to find ourselves. We come in just all, with a lot of church hurt and family hurt and societal hurt, because we're still trying to find our place, our identity, our, substance for who we are. Because at every turn, we're told that no, this ain't it. Wrong road. No, you don't belong here. We ain't taking that. No, you're wrong. No. Okay, at every turn. So this is what the ministry what part of what and the core beliefs. So I'm out at the park, hoeing, literally hoeing,
Wait, you was doing what?
hoeing. Okay, I'm at the park, and I ran into one of my whole partners, right? And he out there hoeing too. So we high fiving, bitch. What you doing out here, bitch? You know, and carrying on. We trying to get the trade, bitch. Okay, in the bushes and in the woods, all that.
On the way to
Yeah,
grandma.
on that all that silliness that we did here. And I'm sitting down, and we got into a conversation, and kind of similar to this. And he sat down, and I'm trying to give him because I was hoping that my words would give him hope, right?
Mm.
And I'm like, baby, God loves you like you are. You ain't got to change for nobody or whatever. Because if God created you, God already knew. If you tell me God knew me before I knew myself, then that means God knew what this was coming.
And if you told me he don't make no mistakes,
Then why am I here? Okay. And so I'm giving my spiel, right? I'm doing my spiel and I'm doing it. And Eugene looked at me and he said, baby, he said, I hear what you're saying. And I so hope that one day I could believe that.
wow.
He said, I so hope one day that I can. He said, but it has been ingrained in me for all of my life that I'm going to burn in hell because of who I am. So they've already told me that because of who I am, there's no help for me because I won't change. And y'all keep telling me that I can't change. So if I'm a burn in hell, then let me burn the way I know how. And I would have fun. And he said, so, and baby, that when I tell you that hurt me to my core.
Yeah, because it's like, how do
Because
you put so much over a person? He said all his life. So the minute he knew who he was, and y'all knew who he was, y'all made him feel like God did not love him.
but here's the thing. Again, here's what I'm saying with the show. Who When did your beliefs become yours? Because in that statement, all of what he just told me was his grandmama, mama, daddy,
Yep.
granddaddy, who may have been the pastor or the deacon of a church somewhere or a preacher. All of that was that. And he never was able to come out of that to stand on his own. You know? So that there, I don't know if he's still alive now or not. I haven't seen him in years. But that there is
Well,
what
let's just
that,
pray that
you
if
know,
he is, that he found a different way to look at things, and it
right,
doesn't have to be through somebody else's
right,
eyes.
right. And that there, oh my. And so I had started to look at that. I had another friend. We were talking about atheists and carried on. In fact, this happened here in my apartment here. And he just passed not too long. He passed what a few months ago. He was my friend Heath. I may have put that up there. Oh, he was in the montage that I had created. Of my friend that
Mhm.
passed away, the white guy that was in the montage.
I've seen it.
Um, Heath. He was one who was. I called him agnostic. He said he was atheist, but I called him agnostic because I'm like, no, you believe in a higher power. You just don't believe it the way that it's taught.
Right.
Because pure atheists just don't believe in God at all. Okay.
Mm-mm.
But he just didn't believe in the whole. I know something out there, but not the bullshit that you're telling.
Not what y'all teaching.
Okay. And he and my little sister, Little Meech, honey, they were up in here, and he had said, I don't believe in God. And Meech is, honey. Okay, Meech, Little Meech, honey, she lost her mind up in here, right? She was about ready to open up the door and said, no, you out of here, honey. No. And I sat them down and I had to show them that they were saying the exact same thing. They were saying the
Just not,
exact same
yeah,
thing.
just not believing it the same way. But
And
y'all saying it the same thing.
y'all saying the exact same thing. It's just that how you believe it was one way. Because see, you believe it as it's the human self, it's the human this, it is the human uh Lomita. I told her, I said, you have connected to your spirit. and you have taken it to an esoteric place and an etherical place that a lot of folks don't have the patience for.
Right.
You know, a lot of folks don't have patience for all that. And so when we take that across the board, let's look at other lessons that a lot of us don't have patience for, because this is why we end up whooping our kids, because a lot of times they become their own persons and they want to buck your authority. Okay. So you're like, okay. And then, of course, when they done got too big for whoopings, or the whooping ain't working no more, or the punishment, then it becomes what? Either you do what the fuck I say, or you get the fuck
Or
up
get
out
the fuck out.
and then what? Then what? If they feel they're at that point and they're ready, what do?
Then they leave. They get the
leave.
fuck out.
They leave. And it hurts us as parents or whatever, because oftentimes that's not the road you want them to take.
Right. You want them to say,
to go.
you want them to, because I had that moment, like when Molly and Redman were younger. And even though, yes, I had brought them up in Islam, when I started going to the temple, even though like Timmy had came back home for me because I had went through that craziness, and he didn't have to. I asked him to. And Keisha and Cole were home. Well, Keisha was at Lincoln University, so she would be home and not home. You know, she lived there, but she didn't live there. She lived on campus. But my thing was, when I go to service, anybody that ain't grown in this motherfucker, now I'm not including the people 18 and above. If you're under 18 and you live in this bitch, when I go to service, you're going to service.
How about that?
Now, when you get 18, you don't have to go. I'm not trying to make you be one thing or the other. I do not have a problem with you still believing what I taught you. Baby, Redman, I'm gonna tell y'all, Redman ain't never really give me a whole lot of trouble when he was young. And the one that me and Molly laughed about it today. I am really mending my relationship with Jamal, because I think I learned some different boundaries for him.
Okay.
So we was going to service, and Redman looked at me. He said, "I'm not going nowhere." I think he was about 13. Baby, when I tell you, you see them stairs behind you? When I tell you I had Redman hanging over the motherfucking banister by his throat?
Right.
You ain't going where? You going, or you won't go to heaven today? I remember pulling up to service. My brother-in-law, again, he always, let me tell you something, God got his hands on him. You understand me? Always.
Okay.
Pulled up, got out the car. For some reason, as he was outside. He might have been going to his car for something. My sister might have sent him, you know, I don't know, drumsticks or something. He's a minister of music. He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I tell you what, if you don't go over there to that car and get your nephew, I'm going to jail." He said, "What happened?" I said, I told him it was time to go to service. He told me he wasn't going nowhere. I walked my ass in that goddamn temple. Redman came in not too long after that with Hezzy. I don't know what he said to him. I don't give a damn. But you know, and I believe that was part of it too. You rebelling. Your dad ain't around. He ain't here at the moments when you need him to be. We talked about that today. Me and Molly talked about that today. He was like, "Mom, I always felt like, y'all know, Molly is my child. Brian's not his biological father, but his name is on the birth certificate because we were still married." He said, "Mom, I always thought like, it always seemed like Brian was there when we needed him." I said, "Yeah, he was there at the shit that y'all thought was important."
Right.
You want to show up on the birthday. You want to show up on, we didn't celebrate Christmas, but I still bought my kids shit so that they wouldn't have to go back to school. You come around that time, bring the fly, remote control cars and shit like that. You show up at motherfucking father and son lunch.
Right.
You show up when it's time for Keisha and Cole to go on dance.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't there when I really need you to be there. The moments that I really needed you to be there. And it wasn't about the money. It was never about the money. It was like, it was times that you really need to be there, or times when you said you were going to be there and you did it. And I have to sit there and lie to them, because this is the one thing I never did. I never talked bad about him to my kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, when it was just me and him, I dragged his ass for filth. Sure the fuck did. But I never was like, "Oh, your daddy ain't shit. He should have came and got you. Said he was going to come and get you," because I see women do that. And that shit makes me mad.
Right.
But I never did that. I always made excuses. Oh, maybe daddy, you know, he work at that post office. Sometimes they mandate them to work. That mean they got to stay, you know, breaking it down for them. That mean they got the mandatory stay there and stuff like that. And in my mind, I'm like, this motherfucking bastard. Like, why do you keep hurting my children? They didn't do anything to you. And, you know, so I know there was a lot of hurt for him. But yeah, so that was a time when we actually did have that issue. And then after that, I kind of let up on it a little bit. I would ask him. After that, even though I still felt in my heart, Redman is like 4 years older than Marley. So I was like, okay, he's a little bit older. He really knows Islam is what he wants. I'm not going to force him into that.
Right.
I would ask, you want to go to service with me? And see, Redman and Marley greedy ass, depending on what I had made to take the service for food at lunch, would decide on if they was going or not, because they was greedy. But I realized that day, even though I was in my feelings that day, I realized after that, don't do that to him. Nobody ever did it to you. No matter how much, you know, Islam at home, Babs at grandma's, Catholic at school, nobody ever forced religion on me. And I realized at that moment, I can't do it to him either. He's going to have to find his way. And I told my kids, whatever it is that you decide to follow, and I've always said this, as long as it's in a light, that for me, the light means you're doing good. You're living as a good person. I don't care the way that you do it, because the way I might need to worship is not the way you may need to worship. And I understood that. So that's why I have no problem with my kids being different religions and whatnot. And probably, like I said, the upbringing of us I had so much going on, and I was able to learn so much from so many different things. Whatever was going to fill your heart is what I need you to do. I can't make you feel something I don't feel, just like they couldn't make me feel nothing, but nobody forced it on me. I was able to find my way on my own. Sometimes I used to feel like, damn, nobody care. But no, I feel like God said it that way for me to find him the way I needed to find him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we need to, as parents, aunts, uncles, and stuff like that, if we look at it a little bit more like that, like you said, Meech, in the beginning, most of us, and like I said, I thank God so much that wasn't my experience, but for most of us as Black people, we are, white people too, not just Black people, because white people too, they regurgitating the shit that they learned too. But we know for us, we're regurgitating some shit that was for them that wasn't for us. It was some shit that they made up for them to oppress us, and we regurgitating that shit. But most of us were like that, and nobody was given a chance to feel this in their heart for themselves. And nobody was given a chance. Remember we talked about it? We said, what is it saying?
There's a saying, they beat and raped us 6 days after we and gave us Jesus on the 7th.
Come on.
What I said.
You know what? I heard my grandma say that. I heard my grandmother say that. I heard her say that before. It's the truth. Y'all know it's the truth. Y'all remember we talked about this before, Meech? Where even if you're reading from whatever book, if you're letting your pastor, your rabbi, your imam, whatever spiritual leader give you what their interpretation is, and you have never sat with it yourself to get the message that you were supposed to get from it, then as far as I'm concerned, you got the message that God gave to them. That ain't your message.
How about that?
It's their message. I'm not saying that their message ain't a good message. What I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, it ain't your message. So if it's something that they say that sits with you and it resonates in your spirit, then you go read that same thing. Read it a few times and see what it say to you and get your message out of it. Like Amy said, she don't, conform to the Christian thing or the Christian God. Now, the only thing I would disagree with that is when we say Christian God, because even when you start with Torah and stuff like that, anything that of the main religions, the 3 main ones, or the 3 mainstream, I'm not going to say main, I'm going to say mainstream. God took all three forms in there, because if we talk about in the Old Testament, everybody believed, God of Abraham and all kinds of stuff like that, right? That's the Old Testament. This was before Jesus came. But even when Jesus came, y'all still said that was Jesus's father. So he's still the same God, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that Old Testament, remember, and this is why I say, like, don't be acting like everything in that book is good and dandy. Because we always come back to that story about Sarah. Sarah was a mean ass bitch. It is what it is. Sarah could not have a baby for her husband. She asked Hagar to become his wife, give him a child. That lady did just that. She's your handservant. She didn't want to marry your husband. It wasn't somebody lusting after your husband and Abraham went somewhere else to have a baby. He decided if God wasn't going to give one, he wasn't going to give one. You felt it in your heart that you had to give that man a baby. You go to this woman, you ask this woman to have this baby for your husband, be his wife. She did that. The minute God blessed you with your own child, because in your heart, you was being selfish. You just wanted to give Abraham that baby. Right. So now God blessed you with a baby. And what the fuck you do? You put Hagar and her goddamn baby out. Get out, bitch. I don't give a fuck where you and your son go. Y'all got to go.
Right.
Ain't nothing God-like about that. But my point being is, in that same story, when Hagar and her son when Hagar and Ishmael was in the desert about to die, according to the book, God came to her and said, do not cry. You will not die. I will create your son a great nation. Ishmael and Isaac. Christianity, Islam.
Well, and there you have it.
So you got Judaism, you got Islam back there. There was the Judaism and the Islam. And then here comes the New Testament, and here comes Christianity. Remember? Jesus ain't told nobody to follow him. He told you to follow his father.
Right. Go right there. Go right there. Go.
So my whole thing about when people say this God or that God or that God, I just want y'all to understand that God is God no matter what we call him, how we worship him, or whatever. Your worship may be different, but if you believe him in the traditional sense, not the traditional religions, I'm saying as God being the all-knowing, all creator of everything, then he is God, and we choose to call him different things. We choose to worship him differently. But if you believe that God created the heavens and the earth, then it's only one. Oh, and the only other thing I need to say about that, remember me, y'all always say this. Y'all always say, if Jewish people will think, if y'all ain't following Abraham and Moses and them, y'all going ahead. Right. Well, actually, no, because they really don't. Hell is not really a part of their thing. But if you're Christian, you don't follow Jesus, your ass going to hell.
Yeah, right.
If you're Muslim, if you don't follow the teachers, if you don't follow the teachers, if you don't follow the teachers of Muhammad, you're going to the hellfire. Well, not that one. The first one. The first one. The one who the Quran and stuff is written after. No, not Elijah. Okay. Not Elijah. Okay.
And even that. See that.
And then when you come down to him, because when you get to the nation of Islam, yes, if you're not following after what Elijah taught, all of these things, if you're not following these particular people, then you're going to hell.
Right.
What about those people? I mean, I said preacher. Look. What about those people who may live in the rainforest, live out in nature? No pun intended. I'm not talking about Nature Boy in there. The actual people who are indigenous to like rainforests and shit like that, right? And they really live off nature and like spiritual, the way that we were, that we were and our ancestors were, right?
Right.
Well, if nobody ever went there to tell them about Abraham or Moses or Jesus or Muhammad or Elijah Muhammad, I just don't believe that God that we love so much will say, well, Ain't nobody told you about none of them, so you can't come in here.
Oh, well. Ooh. Let's go ahead.
I'm just saying. Hey, Miss Pat, I miss you.
I didn't get a notification. This was this one. I studied with Jehovah's Witnesses. They told me I had to get rid of my black Jesus. They said it's an idol. Yes, they did.
Oh, well, yeah, because they don't have nothing like that.
Right.
It wasn't
Right.
about him being black, Miss Pat, was it? It was just about the actual picture, right? Picture,
Child,
period.
no, what for me, it was all about idol worshiping. But then, of course, having a black Jesus, then it was all about trying to personalize the child. That got deep.
Well, Meech, well, then you need to go there because what we say, God, we was made in his image. So what he looked like to you is what he looked like to you in your house.
Wait, well, listen, child, let me tell y'all a funny story.
Look, I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story because I'm not gonna call his name because um I don't know what his life is right now. I know he has a daughter. The last time I saw him was years and years ago, and he had a daughter. But this one particular young man, I was smitten with him.
Mm-hmm.
Smitten. And that's because he was very sneaky. Okay.
Oh.
And he was sneaky because his mother was so religious.
Oh.
And she was one of those, you so heaven bound that you ain't no earthly good. Okay. Because those kids could not do a goddamn thing. Do you hear me? If they were not studying, honey, they were doing whatever. And see, here's the thing: we lived next door to them, and in the whole entire house that they were in, it was rented only to those who were Jehovah's Witnesses. They wouldn't rent outside of the thing. Okay, so we were like, okay, fine. And they would have the book study because they didn't have Bible study, called it book study. They have book study downstairs in the basement of the place. And I've gone to the book study a couple times. I've even gone to the Kingdom Hall a couple times.
Okay.
Okay. Well, honey, I almost called his name, Mr. Man. Mr. Man he was a teenager who was starting to understand his sexual. He's a sexual being. And that's, I won't say I took advantage of him, honey, but I took advantage of him. Okay. So what I would do, because I was buying porn at the time, and I would buy straight porn magazines and stuff, because all of the people who I was trying to have at that time, I knew they claimed that they was this, that, and the other. And so in order for me to make my moves or whatever, I would give them the little magazines and things and carry on.
Okay.
Well, Nathan, it was a Hustler magazine. It was my best one of my collection, right? And it was, that was a hot mag. Honey, that magazine was hot. The pictures were shot beautifully. It was really, 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 really hot. And it was couples, it was actual straight couples or whatever. It wasn't just girls, but there was straight couples.
Okay.
So it was the best magazine I had at the time. Well, I had loaned it to him, right? Because he was like, well, listen, because he would always go downstairs because he had to do the laundry. And he would go downstairs and he would masturbate in the basement. Okay. And
did you get that boy in trouble?
Well, this is what he
got. You gave him the damn magazine and got that baby in trouble?
I did, because he wanted to borrow it. He said, oh, let me borrow this. And I told him, I was scared for it. I said, are you sure? Mama ain't gonna find out. She ain't gonna find out. Well, God damn it. I don't know what the hell Miss Thing was doing that particular day, but she was being nosy. And I know for those of y'all who pay, say, how in the fuck she being nosy in her own goddamn house? Because she was being nosy. She was like shit. Okay. She found that magazine and hell broke loose. And he come over knocking on my door. I said, hey, it was late. I said, what's up? He said, listen, my mother want to see you. I said, your mother want to see me.
You told on me?
He said, yeah. I said, well, what she want to see me for? He said, listen, she found the magazine. I said, found it? How did she find it? He had it up under some clothes somewhere or something or another, and she went rifling through his shit as she found it. So when I went next door, I was like, hi. And she wanted, oh, honey, she set us down. She set us down like it was, oh my God. Like we were just
y'all had just murdered somebody.
in position, baby. You understand me? And I'm like, okay. Well, she got to, oh, I almost called his name. Damn. He said that this.
Give him a nickname.
I'm trying to, but Donnie.
We're gonna call him Jay-Z. We're gonna call him Jay-Z since he was Jehovah's Witness. Hold up. We're gonna call him Jay-Z. Okay. You know what? I see people do that on the other YouTube channels, like when they're telling like their stories. They don't want to bring up the person's name, they give them nicknames. So we're gonna call him Jay-Z.
Okay, so what Jay-Z said that he got this from you. I said, well, yes, I did give it to him and I apologize. Why would you give him something like this? I said, it was just out of curiosity, you know. I had it, it was old, lying. I'm lying. It was old, I had just got it. It's old and things, you know, and it was just out of curiosity. He said, she says, Jehovah saw you. I said, yes, ma'am, but I'm studying now and, you know, my views are a little different. She said, so you don't want this back?
You know you wanted your damn book. What'd you say?
Bitch, you know I wanted it back. I wanted my shit. You hear me? That book cost me $5.99, and you talking about back. This is 1985.
Oh, yeah, but back then.
Yeah, it's 1985. So $5.99, $7.99 for a porn mag was a lot of money.
That was. We was only 15. $5.99.
Yes. This thing, I sat up there. I was like, well, I don't need it. Found out I was straight faced. Said, okay, well, at least throw it. I thought you were gonna throw it in the trash. Now, mind you, it was one of those anniversary like editions. So this book was thick. Y'all remember the episode of the Bionic Woman where she tore that goddamn phone book in half?
The phone book in half, yes.
His mama.
She ripped your book.
That magazine, ripped it, and ripped it again, right in front of our faces.
Did you cry?
Not in front of her.
Look, how they say on Friday, he gonna cry in the car.
Okay. I said, and I'm sitting up there, I'm the actor in me. Well, okay, well, you know.
It's all right. What you say, Mitch? I'm studying now, and my views a little bit. Yeah. And the award, and the Academy Award goes to.
She went over to Jay-Z. Jehovah saw you, and Jehovah gonna get you. And she took the palm of her hand. And she was slapped them in the center of their backs. I thought she was breaking their goddamn backs, so that she slapped them so hard. And I'm like, ooh. She tore it up. She put it in a trash bag, and she made him take the trash out.
Did you go get that book out, sure?
For what? There was no need to
You
get
know
it
she
out.
ripped it and ripped it again. Oh, that's
Yes.
right. Dang.
There was yeah, and it was not too long
Your
after that.
soul was like,
It was not too long after that that I left Jehovah's Witnesses alone. I stopped studying her. Fuck this shit. You
dang.
tore up my shit, bitch. My best book, bitch. Do you know how much trade I'm getting on this book? You don't know. You don't know.
When you saying, I knew I should have gave one of them other old books.
Yes,
Look,
I'm just,
that's what you was saying, what?
damn it, motherfucker got my Pentecostal and culture. Dad grew up Pentecostal and ended up being spiritual. Eventually, after he came back from Vietnam and left Kansas for good to move to DC in 1970. Okay, he went the same route, absorbed every book on Black history, astrology, Egyptology.
Egyptology. Mhm.
He never knew blacks did anything extraordinary until he cracked open a Black history book. He'll
Come
be
on.
70 at the end of the month. Hot. Come on, Daddy. Come on, Daddy. I didn't get any notification.
Oh, you read
Uh,
that one already, didn't you? Yeah, you said you read that one.
oh no, she added something to it.
Oh, okay.
Uh, it was an item, and not to worry about my family because they were my family now. Yes, now that's another thing because I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah, you
stand that
supposed to
whole
denounce everything else, right?
yeah. Yeah, and then if you get something to do something, then you get disfellowship, then they can't talk to you and shit. They can't look at you.
Baby, I know about that. Listen, somebody
Uh,
very close to me, and even when you get this fellowship, not when you get kicked all the way out, not excommunicated, but this fellowship, you still go to church, but can't nobody talk to you.
can't nobody talk to your
You gotta
ass.
still go to service, and can't nobody say nothing to you, do nothing for you, nothing.
Right. Why did they tell you not to worry about your family? I still remember the books, Mankind Search for God and You Can Live Forever. Ah, yes, child.
Mm.
That you can live forever, honey. Yes. Amy, because they said they were my family now. Okay, yes. Because amen means let it be so. Okay. Yes, amen means okay.
Mhm.
Why do they feel they need to be your family? That's not part of their beliefs. I
Yes, it
went,
is. You're supposed to denounce everything that is not of them.
but
Anything that is not of them.
that may not be Amy's experience. Because remember, she studied them for a minute, so and was
Oh,
under this. So
okay.
that may not be what they instilled with her.
Okay.
I went to buy a cake that a church was selling. They told me I couldn't. I was like, this is too much. Don't nobody tell me what I couldn't eat, laugh out loud. That was
Mhm.
no, right, okay. Because my family celebrated holidays that Jehovah's Witnesses didn't. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, that part. Okay. So you asked about celebrating holidays with your family or at least attending holiday functions, I'm assuming. Yes, witnesses do not celebrate any holidays, display crosses or images of Jesus or God. They believe it was all false worship, false idols. They do not believe in separating you from your family unless they are disfellowship. They offer to be your family so that you do not feel alone, I would assume.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
y'all, I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing. In my mind, I didn't know. This is way back then. This is like the when I first went to Germany, right? I didn't know that it was Jehovah Witnesses in Europe. And y'all know I didn't live on the base. I didn't live on the base. I lived on the Germany continent. Baby, when the white Jehovah Witness people knocked on the damn door, I said, well, I be damned. And I didn't say it out loud, y'all, because I do have a lot of respect for other people's religions and the way they believe. And plus, I do have family members that are Jehovah's Witness too. But in my mind, I was like, damn, they here, dude. Like, they is really everywhere. You know, you all young and stupid.
Okay,
I
right.
remember Brian came home from the base. Brian came home from work that day. I said, I got something to tell you. He said, what? I said, the Jehovah Witness knocked on the door. He said, what? I said, I swear to God.
Okay. Wow. So sad. That's judging people. Of course, honey. People should realize that
Mhm.
the acts of the works of the flesh are not going to a higher concentration. Our bodies is not going to a higher concentration or heaven. It is our soul.
Amen.
Yeah, I always had to go to meetings with my dad whenever I was at his house. When I moved back in at 17, he was a little more lenient because of everything I had been through. I made myself available on meeting nights, but eventually asked not to go. Okay, okay. How could anyone believe in God that does not love all of us? Child, they do it all the time.
But you
Woman,
know what? That's not God that don't love all of us. That's the way people take it and twist it and
right,
make it mean what they want it to mean. And you supposed to, that's like when we go back to slavery and stuff. Remember when
okay,
they only let us, for the ones who was allowed to read, we was only allowed to read the parts that they wanted us to read. Remember, like to
okay.
be to be subservient and all of that kind of stuff. And you will get our rewards in heaven.
Um,
Can't have them here. We're going to get them in heaven. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It's the same thing.
yeah, I see commonalities in all religion. I just don't believe in divinity. Go a little further with that one for me, Amy, because I want to.
Yeah,
What is?
yeah,
Let me
elaborate,
hear
Amy.
your definition on that divinity thing. I want to hear that. This is one of my favorite
Yeah,
stories.
she ain't talking about Samantha. Look,
Okay,
me.
points, points, bitch, points. This is one of my, that is one of your favorite stories to point out, Nikki. But yes, the Bible, as it has been interpreted, has many inconsistencies and understandings that go against what we are taught at times. Yes,
Mhm.
they
And
sure
remember, they done took out all kinds of stuff. You know, it's been translated so many times. You think about the original text was supposed to have been in Hebrew.
oh,
Some word translations make a big difference. Like in Hebrew, the word that they use that they tell us in the New Testament that meant virgin, that word in its original text does not mean virgin. That word means young.
wow. Okay. They sure did. The book studies were on Wednesdays. Okay. Jehovah's Witnesses accept gay people as long as they never act on their desires.
I
Uh-huh.
don't like men's no more. I'm as delivered.
Men and women are handcrafted in God's image. God is neither man nor woman specifically. So quite
Amen.
naturally, we have feelings of both men and women. Men and women are born with both estrogen and testosterone. Correct. And
That's
here's
why
the
I don't have no problems when people
wait
be
a minute.
like, men get in touch with their feminine side, and sometimes, and now I do think sometimes as women, as black women, or I'm not even just gonna say black women, as black women and some single mothers, we take on a little bit more testosterone because some of us have been forced to have to take on a role that we should never have had to take on.
Right. Right.
So it's nothing wrong. I mean, it's nothing wrong with when you have an even balance of both because we are made up of both. You are made up of your mother and your father.
That's why, but here's the ticket. Everybody starts off female.
Yes, God.
Everybody starts off female.
And when y'all cut open them fruits, what they look like inside?
Oh, I'm
I'm
gonna go to
just
the
saying.
comments. I'm gonna go to the comments. Okay.
Just want y'all to know next time y'all cut
Okay.
open a honeydew or something.
What
Go
you
ahead.
say that she said, damn, and that was a collector's issue too. I would have been livid. Think of how much money you would have gotten from that. Girl, listen.
Well, look, back then he was only 15. He wasn't even thinking about the money. You know what he was thinking about.
No, honey. What do you think a minister would say about my last comment? Which men and women have both feelings of men and women because we both have estrogen and testosterone, which is a fact. Listen,
What
a
can
lot
they
of
say?
ministers
It is a fact.
and Kano will glide over that, okay, because they will sit down there and say that that God know what God is. See, this is when you get the whole God knew you before you knew yourself and before you were created in the womb. And, see, we get all that conversation, but yet you don't want to deal with the obvious. Okay, damn Meech, you know you missed that magazine because you remember every single detail. I barely remember the name of the girl that took my virginity. Listen,
You know he do. He dead ass serious. He almost called that boy name. How many times? That's
okay,
why we had to rename him. He remembered the whole
right.
incident.
Oh, honey, because that traumatized me. And
He did.
it wasn't so much of him getting caught because that was our fear. that was natural, you know, as kids.
Yeah. But that's, you know, I was going to say, that's natural whether you Jehovah's Witness or not. I think that's especially as boys, because boys will buy. I don't know any of my girlfriends or cousins that bought porn magazines when we were teenagers, but all my cousins, all my boy cousins and brothers and all of them had them. So I think that's why everybody hid them. If it wasn't something that, you know, that would give you that, you wouldn't hide them.
And see, here's the thing. Then let me give a little preface to this, because I have been buying porn since I was 14. Okay. My mother found my stash.
What'd she say? Okay. What Miss Essie
say? When she saw it, she was hot about it.
For real?
Okay. And I actually had it. Okay.
How about your dad?
Daddy wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Because it's something, you know, it's that double standard. Mothers get mad. I don't believe you bought this shit in my house. And your dad looking at you like, boy, I don't know why you got that, but take you in the next room and be like, let me see.
Right. But see, here's the thing. See, when my parents were together, see, the porn was always in my house because Daddy had it.
Oh, okay.
Right, Daddy had it. And then, of course, when Linda Carter was on the issue of High Society and carrying on, Daddy went and bought that. And of course, I'm trying not to look at it, but that was Wonder Woman, so I wanted to see. And so he took it across the street to go show the fellas across the street or whatever. He took me with him. And I'm standing on the side. They on the porch. Lord have mercy. So I go peek it over, looking. And of course, you get that whole, look at your son. Yeah. All that old man shit. Okay.
They don't even know why you're looking. You in love with Linda Carter, but not the way to work.
Right. Bitch, right. That's Wonder Woman. Hello? So, when my mother found my stash, she was hot because I'm 7 years older than my sisters. So they were 7 years old. So she told me,
like, what if they would have found it or something?
I had to make sure that I put it up out of their reach. So my stash was always downstairs in the closet on the top shelf. Okay. And carried on. And then, of course, when we moved out, because that was when we were in the projects, and then we moved, and then I had my own room and all that. So, yeah, so my mom was kind of cool with it with me. Pissed. But I didn't spend her money. I spent my own money and carrying on. But then she got, she was trying to figure out where the hell I was getting it from. Because how the hell are you getting this shit? You know, and boom. So that was my story. But then I had to deal with Jay-Z and his mom, and that was a whole different, that was a whole different thing. So, it threw me for a second. But then all of a sudden, when she took and ripped that bitch the way that she ripped it, yeah. No, not you. They did not want me to have been with my family because my brother is a pastor, and they didn't want my brother to tell me the truth. Okay. Because yeah. Okay. There it is. Okay. Don't get mad. Don't get me started on this delivered, his dumb self.
Listen, I've been delivered. I don't like men no more. Every time he says something, I just want to whoop his little ass. Like, boy, shut up.
Here's where this is, and I believe he's being exploited because I think that child. I don't believe that he's Down syndrome or something, but he has a learning disability.
I think so too, and I believe the same thing that you're saying right now. I do believe that he has been and continues to be exploited.
I see divinity as God, or the idea of a supreme ruler entity. Divinity is a being that is omniscient. Thank you. Omniscient. Okay. I do not believe in that, as it requires faith, religion to accept a God. Oh, okay? That's interesting. You know what? That's right, because I would it require faith or religion to accept a God or gods? Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I was going to challenge it for a second because no, because see, for me, I just believe that I am the whole idea of divinity is part of who I am. But I've grown out of the whole tradition of all that from out of the religious aspect or even the faith aspect, because I just believe that my divinity is who I am, is my birthright. And I don't think it had nothing to do with my faith. I just think it's part of the birthright. But I see what she is with that. So yeah, I'll let that stand without a thing. Because I see that. I can see that. Yeah.
I get that one. I get that one.
I get that. Okay. I get that all day. Okay. Could also add entomologist to her titles. You better tell them about what you know what the words mean, boo. Aha. Okay, that book is being used as your trade bait.
Yes, it was.
I had to go get my VH tape at the crib to get the girls going. Now listen, I had an array. Okay, because I had the videos too now. Just okay. Linda Carter in High Society, you say? Be right back. I think my house just caught on fire. So motherfucking stupid. She was covered. There was a whole string of them, honey. Back then, that was what? That was 1978, I believe, either 77, 78. Because we were on Livecast. It had to be 78 because my sisters were born in 77. It had to be 78 because my parents were still together. This is just before they got divorced. So yeah, 77, 78. Yeah, look it up. Go Google it, honey. They may still have the cover because she was on it as Wonder Woman, and that's what made I was like, oh, okay, right. Did you hear about Kirk Franklin's addiction to porn? Also, there was an interview opened up about his addiction and admitting he is bisexual. Wait a minute.
Now I hear the bisexual part, but I seen him do many interviews about his porn addiction.
But I don't know about him admitting he bi.
I ain't never heard that one. I've seen him do a few interviews and admitted about the porn. Him and his wife, actually.
Go get me that research department.
Please, somebody get that interview.
I feel. Wait a minute. I'm telling the fucking Daniva. Research people. Kirk Franklin people. Let me tell him about Daniva right quick. Find that interview.
Okay.
He was on Oprah and things talking about his addiction to porn, and here's where I took an issue with it. Because I'm like, okay, wait a minute, honey, because sex is my addiction. And one of the things about porn and sex addiction is this. It's not about whether or not it is one particular genre. If you're addicted to porn, you're going to watch it all. Because after one particular genre starts to get boring. So in order to get you where you're trying to get.
Okay, so it's like any other ad.
Yes.
When one thing is not enough,
you're going to go different. And even if you don't get involved with it, because like there's some shit that I watch, because I've watched some shit, and not because I was turned on by it per se, but a lot of times it was a fascination of, do you believe this shit? And then you get so involved in it to where you can't turn from it. And you've already...
Listen, y'all know I'm not a big porn watcher or anything like that. Like I actually started to enjoy it probably a few years ago, right? But I remember one time being at work, me and my best friend Terrell, she ain't got no damn sense. Somebody emailed this lady and a horse.
Yeah.
I was traumatized, and that's probably why.
Yeah.
I was like, the hell? What?
Wait a minute. Yeah, I got one with a dude and the horse. Ooh. Yeah, and he ended up dying right after that because okay, I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna
I was traumatized.
I'm gonna let that be.
Calvin said, "What we talking about, baby? Come on in the room."
Yeah,
we're talking about all things God and not.
Knew about his addiction, but not about his bisexuality. If we are made in God's image, that means we have Him in us, and that makes us part of God. Yes, He did.
I was always taught that.
Okay. Yep, we are. Yes, we on duty. Help me out, Amy. Okay, that's the research department. Trust me, I know about that addiction. I had it for a while and managed to kick it a little over 2 years ago, honey.
Congratulations,
Lord have
bro.
mercy. In the Wonder Woman outfit, somebody called the EMS. I think I'm having a big one. Come on, Fred.
Elizabeth, yeah, I'm coming to join you.
What y'all talking about? I'm just seeing this. Okay.
Baby.
Okay, Amy, thanks for coming on up in here.
Amy. Wait a minute, you done found it?
Wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah. That's one, because see, that's one where
but that's him addressing it. Did he say, did he admit it though?
I don't know. We got to go read it.
Okay.
But see, I know in that one of the things that he talked about, I remember in an interview, was about Christianity and how we got the whole thing wrong, and we've been looking at gay folks in the wrong light.
I remember him saying that before.
Yeah, I was like, oh, here we go. Let me bring Red up in here before he blinked the fuck back out again.
What you doing? How long you been backstage?
Do you want a resolution? Whoop, whoop.
You dumb bastard. He been in here 2 goddamn seconds. He been here 2 seconds.
Melody from heaven.
He had the spirit fingers. Jazz hands. He had jazz hands. First of all, Melodies from Heaven is one of my favorite damn songs because the arrangement on that choir. Rain on me. Yo. Is that why everybody was able to make everybody get all the way up there?
Yeah, anti-bashing song.
Which one?
Stomp.
I'm going to damn commercial. You ain't gonna come up in here.
Wait, cause Salt from Salt and Pepper on Stomp, ain't she?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
He's on there.
He's stomping, and he got 2 of the same sex rappers. She back in the background ad-libbing because they only show her.
Are you ready to continue the journey with talk show host, internet sensation, and author of Awakenings, Epiphanies along a spiritual journey, Big Meech? He is offering another installment of thought-provoking ideas, principles, and metaphors that will encourage, enlighten, inspire, uplift, and catapult you into a brand new evolution of accepting yourself in your total truth. Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations. The new book by Big Meech is infused with conversations of love and inspiration that gets right down to the real nitty-gritty. It will confront the reader with the proverbial mirror in an effort to take a deep, closer look within to find all that one needs to propel forward and make life happen. Get your copy today on Amazon.com or go to www.dishingtea.com. That's www.dishingtea.com. For more information, contact Big Meech at 404-914-5610. Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations. This message has been brought to you by Too Deep and Pastor Don Jr., CEO of the Winning Team.
We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We are their answered prayers. This is more than a movement. This is a revolution. Black innocence. What are yours today?
You must heed my words before I'm gone, my son. Now, you will be king. But the throne must pass to a male heir. Hakim, it appears You have a son. He must be found.
Prepare the royal debt. We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Come on. I'm back. Say it again. Feel right in this mother. Feel good in this mother. My whole hood in this mother. Come on.
I'm the king of this shop.
That's funny in hell.
Well. Say it again.
It is so good to see you.
Well, I be damn. Look who done come up in here.
Hey, it's Kunta Kinte and Ebola.
Famine and blood diamond.
Nelson Mandela and Winnie.
Those hungry babies with the flies on the face.
Hey, that's too much. Now, you stepped over the line. Now, we won't be talking that kind of shit about the hungry babies. You're going to have to get out of my chair.
Politically incorrect.
So what you doing back here, Hotel Rwanda?
I'm back. Say it again. Feel right. Feel good. Bang.
Have you tried Big Rob popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and Sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in an FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at HeyBigRob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob Popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
The views and opinions expressed here on Dish and TV are strictly those of the hosts and guests of this program. They do not reflect the views and opinions or governing actions of any of the sponsors or affiliates of Dish and TV Entertainment, Artist First Entertainment, Big Guy ENT, Atlanta Hot Radio, Black GDP TV, or Diversity TV. Your viewing and listening discretion is advised.
All right, we are back, damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
She wanted to turn off her Pornhub. What?
Shut up.
I'm just saying, you can't just keep that shit running like that. Your dress will get wet. Oh, good.
I'm not with you.
What? I mean, think about it. What's a good night when you're watching television? You want to sit down and have a good time, right? You get some hot buttery popcorn, right? With all the extra butter dripping from it, right?
Oh.
And then get some chocolate covered peanuts.
Oh.
And a big bottle of squirt. What?
Yeah.
Imagine that. See, she got peanuts in her mouth.
Shut the fuck up. Show me what your ass ain't gonna do.
Right.
Tonight up and chill.
Don't drop none. I saw you wipe your lip. Don't drop none. That'd be disrespectful.
Look.
Okay.
I'm a lady.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Did you eat your chunky soup? Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay.
So wait, what day does Coming to America come on?
It's coming on March.
Okay.
Look at this
He said,
food.
if it ain't Hotel Rwanda.
I'm gonna beat this.
Don't you start that shit with that peanut butter tonight, Buck.
No, yes it can because
Lord. Now he done said peanut butter. Now Meech gonna rush.
Listen,
he gonna rush the show because he gonna be trying to run in there in that refrigerator talking about, oh, it's you again.
No, it's not. No, I ain't got to rush nowhere, honey. Alabama's here, so shit. Hey.
Oh, Junior Mint in the house.
Yeah, he went out to go. He wouldn't sit at the moment, but he's up here.
Look, we gonna know what he be like. Well, you know what? We gonna wrap this up. Red. Red. We'll know when he either get back in the house or wake up if he there. We don't know if he there or whatever. Soon as me said, well, we're gonna wrap this up for the night.
You don't be telling my secrets.
Yeah. Hey, all of a sudden he gonna be talking about serious politics, and all of a sudden you're gonna see his face go.
All right. Well, all right, y'all. We don't have y'all on here long enough. Don't you get your ass back in here.
Hey, Nikki, here you go.
Yeah. That is his mom. You know that's his mom. You know that's his damn mom.
Hey, Nikki.
When the eyes get to wandering. But me, you know what we ain't did in a long time? We went for a ride for you to find Bernard or Harold.
Oh, we haven't, have we?
Oh, that's great.
Yo, I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't never heard me and me talk about this shit before.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the story.
The shit be.
Listen, God has not given me a horn. Every time I got to get Miss Mavis to go get a horn.
Well, we'll take my car.
Listen, honey.
So you got a car that's not horny?
Right. Okay. Miss Mavis, your old girl, honey.
That's a mismatch.
No, what it is protection, honey. Because child, I'm telling you, oh my God. Now see, I'm not.
He don't need no horn. This ain't even about the other stuff. Meese don't need no horn, because when I tell you his road rage is some real shit, we gonna have to get out, shoot a bitch, cut a bitch, and fight a bitch. Okay? He don't need no horn. Every car he get, I hold the horn, bro.
I don't have road rage. Okay. What I don't like is stupid shit. Okay?
There is a lot of that here.
You got road rage.
No, it's not. I won't call it road rage. It's just stupid shit. Now listen, if we on the road and we're driving, drive the damn car. Now, I do understand that I have a little heavier foot than you do, so okay. I make concessions for my transgression. However, bitch, if I'm sitting up here and we rolling, okay, and we rolling, ain't no need for you to jump in front of me and then you slow the fuck down.
Right. When we was already at a steady pace when you was over here and I was over here.
You went from your motherfucking lane to come in front of me, and then you don't move. You slow down. I'm like, bitch, if you don't move this motherfucking car, hoe. If you don't move this motherfucking car.
Me and Cole was in the car one day, right? And this bastard did not meet. This bastard went all the way from, the fast lane all the way over, because I guess they was about to miss they exit. No turning signal. Cole turned around and looked at me. She said, God, I glad Uncle Meech ain't in this car.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine. We know you did that turn signal.
Okay.
When she said it, the shit was so genuine, it ain't make no sense. She just she said, oh, God, I'm so glad Uncle Meech wasn't in his car.
Meech, you're going to have to learn to be patient with ignorance.
Yeah.
You're going to have to learn that
we have a signal, however.
I know, but people out there are driving for themselves as if no one else is out there.
They don't teach defensive driving no more.
No.
They don't teach driving. None of these motherfuckers can drive.
So it is crazy as hell. And I just don't like stupid shit. I can't stand and then now I'm driving. Now, you know, I would sit down here. If I'm in the fast lane, it's the fast lane for a reason. Okay. Now, mind you, I have to monitor my speed and carrying on, so I get it, yes. But at the same time, we're here. Now, there are moments where I may be overzealous, okay, and I'm trying to get to where I'm going. But if I got a car in front of me that is doing, if I'm at 80 in a 70, well, no, it's usually in a 65, I'm usually doing 80 in a 65, okay, on the freeway. All right. Now I get behind the car because I'm seeing something is going. I'm like, all right. So I slow down because this car is in front of me. So I slow. Right. So, you know, we keep good distance and carrying on. Now my mind wants to go around so that I could go around, hit it, and get in front of it and keep going. But all right, I'm here. You're here. I look over because now I'm watching the road. If I go here to switch lanes to get around, I end up boxing myself in because this car is not doing, you know, she ain't moving fast enough for me to come up and zip it through. So it's like, okay, I can't do that. The slow lane is the slow lane. So, and then you got trucks. So I don't want to box myself in. So I said, all right, bitch, that's your cue. You going too motherfucking fast. Slow your bitch ass down. All right? So I graciously take my responsibility in it. Well, what happens? The bitch behind me, now you mad because you can't do motherfucking 95. All right. So what do? You whip your ass around like you finna do the same shit I wanted to do. Okay. But now what happens? You end up boxing your own ass in. Because if you think you go jump in front of me, you ain't. Because as soon as I see you move, bitch, I telepathy hits. Because I tell the bitch in front of me, bitch, move. She ends up kicking that 5 miles, give 5 more extra miles. So I'm right on her ass to keep this bitch from jumping in front of me.
He is dead ass serious, y'all. This is how it be when we are.
Me. Let me explain. Okay.
Break it down for him, brother.
When you over there in the lane, see, I'm gonna tell you something. That far left lane is for people that have 5 miles or better to go at the rate of speed that's rated for that highway.
Mm-hmm.
The lane
so they can safely get over, right?
Right. The lane over here, where you first get on at, is for people who getting off at the very next stop.
Right.
Usually motherfuckers that don't know how to drive and they're gonna drive 10 miles in the fucking local lane. Like every book in America tells you not to do that shit, and you do it anyway. Okay. So you motherfucking get your ass over in the motherfucking middle if you're going motherfucking 2.5 to 3 miles.
And there's a lane right next to the one where people to get off. So if you don't feel comfortable going fast, get in that one that's next to the one where people about to get off. You ain't gotta go super fast in that one.
The middle lane is 2.5 to 3 miles. The farther lane is 5 miles or better. That first lane is 1 or 2 exits only.
Right.
You don't ride that lane because trucks are there. They have to locally own it.
Oh my God, yes. Would you say that again for the people in the back?
I'm just saying, it's not fucking rocket science. I don't understand how you can't figure this shit out. It's like, it's in the book. So we already know your ass don't read because you got down below the Mason-Dixon line. So we already know you're not reading. So
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm gonna need y'all motherfucking goddamn. Hey, since you don't want to use phonics, use your fucking fingers. Swipe it on your motherfucking tablet, on your iPads, tap it on your computers, okay? And finger fuck your way through traffic. You'll figure it out.
Well, how about that? That's a visual.
Y'all know I love when my brother step up in the room. He breaks it down so eloquently, don't you agree?
Just hey, vanilla chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now, but that there is how we do the thing, honey. That's how we do it. That's just it. And y'all don't be reading me about my little hoops and carrying on when I have company. Okay.
About what?
When I have company. Y'all
his ass got company. You heard.
Hold on. That little cue ball head ass nigga ain't company. Okay. Okay.
He been there more than twice. He ain't company.
He ain't company.
My mother used to say, if you been at the house more than once, you ain't company. Go ahead somewhere.
Right.
If your hand's been more than 5 places in that house, you ain't our company anymore.
How about that way?
And knowing you're 5 all by yourself. So we're already.
You damn right, honey. You damn right, honey. Okay.
Now I'm tell you something real quick, because Red gonna get a kick out of this.
Go ahead.
Meech know I've been over searching the big old waters over there because I want us to take some shit over there, right? So last night on Big O, there's a PK. So PK is just like a roast session, or it could be a roast session. It could be a intelligent debate, just depending on who you are, right? And what your platform is. Well, guys, Nature Boy had a PK with TKO Capone. He's the guy that I told y'all about. Smooth little brother, used to be a pimp or whatever. Now his life is on a straight and narrow, but he still got his girls, but they really like his wives now, right?
Right.
They ain't out on a stroll no more. Well,
they retired. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to know. Okay, all right.
Right. So TKO comes in, and I tell y'all, he's like the Floyd Mayweather of this shit, right? Not to mention he live in Vegas, right? So we come in, he got his turban all wrapped, his fly ass tux on, everything. He start the PK. Now Nature Boy quiet. He went on one of those, like the thing he did when he was with us. He wanted to talk about everything, his whole childhood, how he was traumatized, blah, 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 blah. He went down the whole damn thing, right?
Right.
So by the time the PK start, he like, I really didn't want to do this shit no more. But over on Big O, they're under contract. So you have to do it or you forfeit because you get paid for these shits, right? So Nature Boy don't really say nothing. Red. So one of TKO's wife, like his first wife, that's Armani. Beautiful woman, right? Armani's over and she dancing in the background or whatever, you know, because he ain't Nature Boy. His wives get to eat and do whatever the fuck they want to do. Okay. So she dancing. So he turned around. First of all, he puts on Trey Songz, Mr. Still Your Girl. Right? Hold on. So I'm like, oh shit about to go down. He said, well, baby, can you take my coat off for me? Now he's not talking to Armani. Who pops in the screen? But one of Nature Boy's old wives. Beautiful as hell. Made up, hair done, makeup dripping in jewels.
Tell me he ain't, goddamn it, knocked one of his bitches.
This was Nature Boy face. He was like,
right.
I said, this nigga head about to pop off.
Hold up.
He knocked one of his bitches like this.
Wait, but now that she already been going. She already had left because she's one of the ones that I talked to behind the scenes, but haven't been interviewed on air yet.
That ain't the point. We know his motherfucking ego.
Baby, I'm telling you, if smoke could have came out his motherfucking ears, it was like one of the old cartoons back in the day. I swear to God. Y'all, and then TKO, he don't get all rowdy and shit like Nature Boy do. So he say stuff real mild mannered. You know how like when Red gets serious, because he got to tell you something. Like me and Meecha get serious, but we get fired up. But then Red, like let me let all you motherfuckers that's hooked on phonics understand exactly what the fuck I'm trying to say to y'all. But he said so eloquently.
Right.
TK say, now watch his girls over there tomorrow gonna be like, but daddy, she get to take a shower every day. Every day.
I'm done. Not but daddy.
But that's Nature Boy. He like the natural scent of funk.
You know what?
And listen, the PK is only 20 minutes. So I'm going to actually send everybody the link, right?
My thing is this, though. I'm going to put it to you like this. And I'm going to be honest, after all we done talking to him and everything, I don't think everything is as bad as it looks.
Okay.
I don't think none of that stuff that's going on. I don't think none of it that's going on, even with our interview, I think it's even less than that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't. These days, it take a whole hell of a lot to motherfucker put a bitch in a position of ruthless.
Okay, how about that?
Okay. And I don't believe that shit is as bad as society try to make it over there.
You know what? I don't think it is. I think what happens is the times when he flip out and he beat on the women is what gets everybody in an uproar. And that you preach one thing, but then you do something else. But so I don't think on most days it's as bad as people want it to be. But I think it's the abuse thing. Like you can't say, oh, I don't live that Babylon life, that Babylon wife. And then y'all go to Vegas and y'all drinking Hennessy and smoking weed. Like, nigga, shut up. Right. Or don't put that on camera.
Okay, but at the same time, isn't that the Christian way?
He not Christian.
No, but I'm just saying, when you see a Muslim talk all that doggone Hennessy and stuff, okay, and then he hit his wife in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't understand how people.
Oh, he put that up one time too. He said the Quran says I could beat my wife. I said, you know, I texted him. I said that's not what it said.
No, the Quran does not say that.
It says you can discipline. You can discipline lightly as a feather.
As a feather, okay.
As a feather, bitch. I ain't never seen a feather black a bitch eye.
I'm 3 feet from a Quran right now, and Mitch know it because I gave you one, didn't I, Mitch?
What? Yeah.
Long time ago, I'm 3 feet from one. So don't do it. Don't do
okay.
It. Don't do
I said, it say light as a feather. I ain't never seen a feather that could black a bitch eye. I just need to know what kind of feather that is, because I don't never want that one around me.
Well, all I know is
some pictures last night.
Look, let me tell you something. Let's just keep it 100. You know, ass whoopers used to be a part of doggone relationship in the 70s, okay?
They did.
Okay, and that's what
I'm glad I was little in the 70s.
Right, so, but at the same time, you got to remember, everybody's still mad about Anime Bullock getting her ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he got a lot to deal with.
No, I'm listening to you.
Do y'all know
what?
That now they, you know, Tina Turner is up in age now, but now everybody is on this thing about her being a hoe and how she was a pimp and a pimptress and carrying on and this, that, and that. Judge Joe Brown done started that shit.
When?
Yes. They said, listen, they sit up here, they blasted Tina, and they said, now, you know, Judge, old Joe, he is on Ike's side. So he like the movie painted Ike wrong because they didn't tell his side of the story, just like his daughter was saying. That was it his daughter or his first wife, whatever. About that what's up got to do with
the first wife, the one that left the kids?
No, not her.
Oh, I was about to say, or the one that shot herself.
Okay. This, that, and the other, but everybody sitting there saying, no, y'all got that wrong, and and it wasn't what it was or whatever. And Tina was the one that had initiated a lot of shit and carried on. And now that I just came across something on YouTube. Tina, I was a whole turner, something, and they talking about all this, that, and the third. And I'm like, why? This woman.
Well, why y'all wait till she get 99 years old?
Now, Meech, we're gonna have this conversation again about the masculinity thing in America. I don't seem
sound like a crackhead move to me.
I don't think you understand. Okay, don't talk out of turn in my court. Okay,
I'm sorry, Judge.
Okay, listen. I need you to understand something, Meech. It's a masculine thing to beat the hell out your old lady. She has no business sneezing while you're conversating with her. Okay, you got to remember that if her dress looks better than my black dress that I wear to work every day, then we have an issue. Okay. I'm the sexiest bitch in the house. Masculinity. Fuck you, Joe.
Not the sexiest bitch in the house.
Research department. Pull that
But wait, why y'all gonna wait till she's 99 years old to be talking shit?
Right.
Because they saw her
No,
whoop
I
Ike.
do know that Ike used to say that before, though. I did say that before.
They saw her whoop Ike ass, so we're gonna wait till she get older because we don't want that ass whoop.
Yeah, like, y'all mad because of the day she fought back and she fucked his ass up?
Yeah, because that judge that tested his manhood.
Uh-huh.
Well, that there is what's going on. So I didn't mean to, but all of that, and all this is tied into beliefs. When did your beliefs become your own? And they're not your mama's, your daddy's, your grandmama's, your granddaddy's.
Well, who Joe Brown? Where'd he get his from? Well, how old is he, first of all?
I said, yes, how can I help you? Go research that story I'm talking about with Tina Turner being a hoe. It's something up on YouTube. It's called Tina I Was a Hoe Turner. And I got to look at that. And then also,
and we need to check the credits because I need to know who the fuck put that together.
Right, number one. Number two, I have to find it because Joe Brown talks about it with Valerie Denise Jones. But they do a show together. So he talks about it there about everybody thinking she was supposed to be so this, and this, and he was on his masculinity kick.
Well, I'm starting to believe that you have a little crush on me because you can't seem to leave me alone when it comes to that masculinity subject. I'm starting to think that you want to wear the dress too. And only one man can wear the dress and be as masculine as I am.
Okay, Daddy.
And this, I'm signing off, Judge Jackass Brown.
How about that? Okay.
You see the name, right?
Is it now? Let's go into here because
Did you just say
Jackass? Yeah, Brown. Let's go into here because I want y'all to get on this subject.
You see, I'm looking.
Here it is. This is MLK weekend here and across the country. But I'm asking, do y'all agree with the types of celebrations that we're having for MLK weekend? And do you think that the way how the folks are doing it, do you believe that it tarnishes his image, his reputation, his legacy, or whatever?
Well, what are people doing? The only thing I know about is the virtual celebrations that his daughter and them had for the King Center. So what are people doing?
Okay, you talking about the legitimate stuff.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So what's happening? I don't know.
Well, let's see. I know
he was talking about the Negroes.
The Negroes? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, though. Why not party for his birthday? We party for every damn thing else. He died for us to party on for his birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what, Nikki, you got a point because if you think about it, if he was here today, he'll be, I am so glad that you all decided to doggone celebrate me and all the things that I've done. I was just the other day getting out of the shower, butt ass naked, and I said, Coretta, could you? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I get lost. I get lost in Martin.
Look, I'm so happy that all y'all young folk can twerk for my birthday.
Hey, Martin was only 5 feet.
Yeah, he was short. But here's the thing. I'm looking
Don't
at...
act like Martin wasn't out here in them streets.
No,
He fought for us and stuff.
that he was. It's documented. It's documented.
He was a good
I still love everything he did for us, honey.
You know,
he was a good hoe, some man.
Hey.
And everything he did was not horrible with a W. Okay?
Not horrible.
Listen. It's documented and carried on that, you know, he had extramarital and things, and especially when he started gaining power and momentum, because now it was all about this, that, and when Coretta wasn't on the road with him and stuff. So all that's
you know they was throwing it at him. He was listen.
But this is what it is.
I don't know. I think he was a good guy.
Yeah, he was good at it.
There's a lot of good guys that done been whole. What are you talking about?
But okay, now I know here. I know I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's 4. 4 different invitations to sex parties here. Okay.
What?
Right.
They celebrating the fact that they can be free and do what they want. Like, I'm not really that mad at it.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I do feel like a day of service still should be the main focus.
But wait,
but if people want to party for us,
did I hear that? Did I hear that? Sis, help me out.
You heard him.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm confused. Did you say like MLK freak parties or something?
Yes, I did.
Yes, sir. MLK.
Yeah.
Freak lit.
It's like a play with words. MLK, man licking coochie, man licking cock. I mean, it's like.
Yes. Listen, and I don't mean it in any disrespect, but what I do
think disrespectful, but he just shocked.
No, that's talking about me, not you. I was talking about you. I was really talking about me. I don't mean it in any disrespect, but Dr. King fought for us for a lot of shit.
Right.
And if somebody wants to be able to party on his birthday, we party on every damn thing else. Them other people find reasons to party for holidays that for presidents and shit who don't deserve it. The slave owners and shit that don't deserve it. You got 5 million sales that happen on President's Day, you know. So, I mean, I think what's going to happen is there will be people who think it's disrespectful. But at the end of the day, he fought for our freedoms to do what we wanted to do as long as we wasn't harming nobody.
Okay.
Now, I don't know, y'all at the sex party, somebody might be a little...
Hey, was there a holiday when they did the MLK? Let's think back. When they did all the stuff and got MLK recognized and noticed, right when they did that, it was somebody else. Oh, Pulaski Day came out right after doggone they gave us that. All of a sudden they came out with some bullshit called Pulaski Day.
Who the fuck is Pulaski?
Research. Put that up there.
Is Arizona, did Arizona ever make him is he got a holiday in Arizona?
Who?
I don't know.
I don't know. But here's my thing. My whole thing is this, because I know a few years ago, I told this one particular social club here, I said, honey, how did you have an MLK weekend and you have nothing going over there to the MLK Center?
You need water?
Okay, how do you do that? Okay, how do we not get around? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do believe that. I believe if it's going to be like an MLK weekend, it should be some things that's a part of the MLK actual service, day of service. Do some charity, do something.
But you know what? And even still, because my whole thing is this, and this is just me, because what I get tired of the negative capitalizing on it. Okay. And what I mean by that is I get tired of all the bars opening up and now MLK weekend here has become like Black Gay Pride. It used to be called Black Gay Pride Junior. So we'll get motherfuckers from all around the country again to come here for MLK weekend. Now it's a little different this year because we're still in the thralls of this damn pandemic, but that's not stopping nobody. Because if you ain't flying,
they ain't stopping them for none of the other holidays.
Okay, they driving. And like I said, I got 4 different invitations for 4 different sex parties going on this weekend, all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
But nothing actually honoring his name.
Then I know back in the day, they used to sit down and have MLK, this is MLK weekend, and you know how they used to sit down and urbanize Betty Boop and Bugs Bunny. They made them black with the gold chains and all that bullshit.
I was going to say, well, Betty Boop was black.
Yes, she was, huh? But they would sit down there and do that kind of shit with Martin's picture on the flyer, talking about this MLK weekend, and would do that kind of shit. Okay,
I feel like that's disrespectful.
So when we got there, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Okay, you got Martin, you got Martin, a picture of Martin, and you got 2 big ass fat bitches, fat ass bitches on them, or they act like they twerking up on them and shit, drawings and caricatures and things of that nature, saying that this is an MLK weekend event. And I'm like, wait a minute. This ain't got shit to do with him. Why is it that we're trying to negatively capitalize on this? And then, now here's the flip side of the story. Because for my alphabet children, I've always said, I don't take anything away from Dr. King because he became the leader. I'm going to say he became the chosen one because in the beginning, he didn't want to do it. Now, this is what this is. There is no way that we could say Martin Luther King without saying Bayard Rustin. Okay? Now, for those of y'all who don't know who Bayard Rustin is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, so you have to educate me.
Bayard Rustin is the man, the black gay man, taught Martin Luther King about the ways of the nonviolent movement. He's the architect behind the March on Washington and carried on. He's the guy that put all that shit together.
Okay.
Okay. And I tell that to the black folks or to the alphabet children. I'm like, listen, how come we don't have the same fervor for Bayard Rustin's birthday that we do for Martin Luther King?
But do a lot of them know who he is, though?
Listen, I'm going to tell you like I know.
Okay.
It's still up on us because the education is not there. Okay. But there's a lot of us who do.
Okay.
Bayard Rustin's birthday is March 12th. It's the 12th or the 13th. I think it's the 12th. It's the 12th. Same number.
March 13th is my grandma's birthday.
Okay. And here go this damn I again. And so there should be time where we take and celebrate because that's part of our community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is no Martin without Bayard. Okay. And a lot of black folks, they ain't gonna understand that. They don't want to even hear that. As a matter of fact, they get upset about that so much.
The church,
they always like
the church, they mad.
They get upset because we also, they always want to run to, oh, he got arrested out in California for having sex with a white man in the park and all that kind of shit.
Meech, do you want to think that that's a little strong of a statement?
What?
Like, period, point blank, there's no Martin without him? Like, he was organizing. I have to give the credit of him organizing the major.
No, the reason why I say that is because everything about Martin Luther King, as far as what we know him to be for this movement, came directly from Bayard.
So that means the stuff that they taught us, because there was much more, but the stuff that they taught us on the forefront of those doggone politically correct ass history books that they tried to teach us. Okay, I get that for historically teaching. Okay, yeah, I get that, but it had to be a million other things that Martin did that he had nothing to do with it. That don't make him.
That's fine, and that's why I'm saying I'm not taking that. we can't take that from him. But my point is this: there is no Martin without Bayard, and what we know him to be. Okay, because without Bayard Rustin was the one that introduced him to the ways of Gandhi that everybody championed after. Bayard Rustin was the one who introduced him to understanding how to protest and do nonviolent marches. Bayard did that. Martin adopted that, and it became that Martin did it. Bayard gave him that and showed him all that.
Okay,
so they left him out of the history of being just as influential, but no, I'm saying like as just as influential as Martin was for putting those things together.
Right, I get that. I'm not taking nothing from him. I'm just saying a draft. I can see him saying, okay, yeah, based on what they put in the forefront of historical teachings, yeah, there will be no Martin. It would be not a household name because the basic stuff that you know. Everybody doggone from 5 to doggone 55 knows I had a dream. Everybody know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm getting at the other stuff like, okay, Martin did a lot of movements that wasn't doggone, they didn't write them down. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? He made a lot of stuff happen.
A lot of stuff. Now, let me give you this. Because the Bayard got brushed out. Okay, if y'all look at any other Martin Luther King movie, the guy that they put in the trunk of the car late at night to push him out, that was Bayard Rustin.
Okay.
Why? Because who was the chap? Not Abernathy. What's the other motherfucker? It wasn't Abernathy. Oh, huh?
You talking about John Lewis, right?
No. He got to know what name all the ones that had the 3 names and shit. It was Ralph David Abernathy. Oh God, what's this damn name? Shit. Anyway, it'll come to me later. What happened was this particular person was trying to buck for power. Did not like that Martin was with Bayard and was sitting up there going through all this. The picture that is of Bayard Rustin with Martin in the bathtub and Bayard is by his side, that they trying to say that they were trying to allude that they were having an affair.
Oh.
Yeah. That was taken. I almost called his name. Damn it. It was taken and it was given and it was the threat. That was an inside hit. That was an inside hit because I can't call the child's name. They set up there, they didn't want that to be there. So they were threatening to go
on my motherfucking nerve.
They were threatening to
bullshit. Everything that's visualized like that, they want to label it as gay.
I know.
Yeah, but if you stop to think about historically, you stop to think about leaders, period. Even in the drug lords, the real drug leaders, not the Ray-Rays, the real drug leaders.
They in the steam room talking together. Because those are the places where you can't record shit. With a towel on and nothing else.
Scarface sitting in a big ass tub, butt ass naked, while his right hand man standing there talking to him.
Sure is. Pelicans. Ray said, Pelicans.
Right. Right, but I'm just saying the point.
That's one of my favorite parts.
At certain levels of leadership, you don't have time to say, wait till I get out the tub. You're strategically a bathtub and you're thinking. Somebody needs to be there to record your thoughts. And if he was doing all he was doing, him standing there don't make him goddamn it in the tub with him.
Right.
Exactly.
That make him goddamn it be. If I was a fucking billionaire right now and we had a total motherfucker, goddamn, we sit in the middle of downtown, every motherfucking metropolitan city, we got a building. And I'm a multi-billionaire, and I'm motherfucking goddamn sitting there like this, and all of a sudden I think of something that's going, hey, I said, hold on. I come to this thought. I said, damn, that'll bring $10 million per city per project that we got going on. And Meech and that motherfucker goddamn on the phone talking, running his mouth, or hanging out with Junior in the room or something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm motherfucker like, Meech, come in here and take this down.
Right.
God damn it. What the fuck did that mean? That means it was working. That means, nigga, I'm trying to soak for the next hour, but I don't have an hour to get this goddamn dissertation out of this motherfucking email out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
They're trying to do that in one way or other to all of our leaders, whether they try to make them out to be gay if they weren't, or make them have affairs when they weren't, or put other shit on them that they didn't do, and all that. Anytime we had leaders that they thought was a threat, here come the bullshit. Every time there was somebody that they deemed a threat, there the bullshit go.
Right.
Exactly. You know. So, but like when you were talking about like the weekend and stuff, now for me, no, I don't have a problem with people partying, but for me personally, I could see it being a service weekend party after we done went and fed the homeless or did this and doing that. Or you get like you and your cool ass white and Hispanic, like everybody, you know how like in his I Have a Dream speech, little black boy, little white boy, and we all go hang out and party because it's Martin Luther King, and make that statement. He fought and died for us to be able to do this. But I feel like when you don't really have him in it, then therein lies what the part I don't like about it.
And I feel you. And
I'm like, I feel like me said, I feel like if they had, Martin Luther King weekend, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're rainbow and rainbow every color, rainbow and black. I don't care what you are. All I know is Friday and Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Friday's the meet and greet. Saturday is the event. It's a brunch and a doggone party turn up or whatever kind of party your little heart desire. But Sunday is the last event that everybody needs to be congregating, doing something Martin Luther King down by the King.
Down by the King Center. Something. That's why I said like we could do days of service and then have the parties at night. You know what I'm saying? Like the weekend should be about him some sort of way. Like it should all tie in.
Right.
It should all tie in. Whether y'all went down somewhere and cleaned up a neighborhood or went and helped some kids, we restored the playgrounds or something. You know what I'm saying? It needs to bring him in it. Don't just party just to be part. Like, because when we first was fighting for this holiday, remember everybody, they was calling it a day of service.
Right.
Like, you got off work to go and volunteer or do something.
To do something in the community to make it better. Yes. Yeah.
So no, I don't have a problem with the weekend and parties and stuff like that, but it just needs to somehow tie into him. For me, it needs to tie in.
No, we all in agreement on that. Everybody here saying the same thing. But I'm gonna tell you something that I don't agree with. Why are we seeing this as an entity? You know what I'm saying? Three the hard way. You know what I'm saying? That's how we are. That's what I call us. We saying this, but why aren't the churches, or why haven't they pushed this since that holiday has been established?
And there you have it.
Because the only thing I've heard is about the actual King Center, about like Dr. King, his daughter, saying that all the festivities and stuff this weekend was they were going to be virtual so that they could do a lot more and a lot more people could be involved. But outside of what the actual King Center is doing, I hear no other organizations just talking about what they was going to do.
Instead of the church being, I just feel like instead of the church being about self on the Sunday of this weekend, it should be MLK every day, every church.
How about y'all donate most of that election plate money to those centers and stuff that his daughter and them be running for them kids and all that? I'm just saying.
No, but what you're saying is true. That's the point I'm trying to make. Why are they not pushing in the direction of what makes sense?
Because even if your church doors ain't open, I'm sure y'all is taking them Cash App collections, honey. I'm just saying.
No. It's not Cash App. It's Give La Fly.
Give La Fly.
Yep, Give La Fly. Get my little money every month.
For real?
Automatic.
Wow. Because I mean, just in my mind, you know, some of those churches that we know that have ATMs in the hallway. If you got an ATM in the hallway and the church doors can't absolutely be open, I know it's a $ CEL. I mean, I'm sorry.
We got 3 platforms that automatically your tithes can come from each month.
Okay.
But the fact that reason I don't mind is because Berean Christian Church is a non-denominational church, and let me tell you something. You know where every dime went, and they give more back to the community than they take in.
I was getting ready to say, I'm sure your church gives to the community. But while we sit here talking about
do it on certain times, they do it all the time.
All the time. Okay, so guys, can we get a footnote and RD down there? Let's put this out to the whole Nighthawk Network. We can't do anything about it because it's this weekend, but let's start on next year.
How about that?
Because if we took the time to put together something, start it now, we can probably cause a big event like Red. You know, you can reach out to the car clubs and we can AIU. We paid y'all a lot of money. We need y'all help.
Oh,
I'm still paying y'all. Just saying.
Okay.
Let's just start reaching out to the motherfuckers. Let's just start reaching out to people that we know can help.
Yep. Take that and send that up to Chicago, the headquarters.
See.
Okay.
How about that?
Sure. One of the people from the LA office called me yesterday.
Oh, not the LA office.
Yes, honey. She was very helpful, though. I loved her.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that one of my loans from my old college, I was supposed to start paying on it like 20-something days ago. I didn't even know that. She got me right together, called them other places and got me on and then put me on a program that if I stay on the program on the 20-year forgiveness, I'm 50. Yes. Bitch, I'm not even doing shit. Thank you for the education, though.
Okay. Okay, now here, let me read this to y'all because I was looking for this and I found what I was looking for.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to go down. No, I'm going to start here. In 1956, on the advice of labor leader and activist A. Philip Randolph, Rustin, the Bayard, traveled to Alabama to lend support to Dr. King and the Montgomery bus boycott. While remaining out of the spotlight, Rustin played a critical role in introducing King to Gandhi's teachings while writing publicity materials and organizing carpools. After helping King organize the Southern Leadership Conference, okay, the SCLC, honey, in 1956 and 57, Rustin demonstrated against the French government's nuclear test program in North Africa. As he once said so simply and clear, "I want no human being to die," as quoted in the documentary film Brother Outsider, The Life of Bayard Rustin. Rustin experienced one of the lowest points of his career in 1960, and the author of this crisis wasn't J. Edgar Hoover, it was another Black leader, Representative Adam Clayton Powell Jr. of New York. Angry that Rustin and King were planning a march outside of the Democratic National Convention in Los Angeles, warned King that if he did not drop Rustin, Powell would tell the press King and Rustin were gay lovers. That's what, and I told you, he sent that picture out there. Regardless of the fact that Powell had concocted the charge for his own malicious reasons, King, in one of his weaker moments, called off the march and put distance between himself and Rustin, who reluctantly resigned from the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, which was led by King. For that, King, quote, lost much moral credit in the eyes of the young, the writer James Baldwin wrote in Harper's Magazine. Fortunately for us, Rustin put the movement ahead of the vicious personal slight.
I was getting ready to say, so was that both of them who felt like they needed to put it in front, or was it just him?
No.
Did they both sit down and talk and say, hey, if something like this get out there, it's going to be detrimental to the movement, and agree?
This is what happened, because as y'all notice, like I said, if you watch the movie, every movie that you see, there's a guy who gets in the trunk of a car and they cart him off because Powell ended up doing some shit and he was about to go public. And what they didn't want was his gayness to overshadow the movie.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I said. It sounds like they both.
So Bayard bowed out, and so they had made it to where he got out of town without injury because they were about to arrest him because of some shit, some gay shit, literally. Okay. So yeah.
Read every comment that's on the YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. What did he say? How about Warnock donate any remaining campaign funds to the homeless or feeding the poor? Well,
yeah, I got a problem with that. Yes. Well, I was talking about the one he said, I'm Eric Butler of the Nighthawk Network Detroit, and I'm a proud member of the Nighthawk Network, and I approve this message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that there is a lot of, which is why I'm saying for this weekend, and even for Bayard's birthday, these are some of the things that particularly dealing with history. I don't want to take anything from Martin because he became who he became. Now, yes, I'm saying he wouldn't be. You can't say Martin without saying Bayard because Bayard was an integral part of Martin as we know him. In the beginning and carrying on the foundation, as you just heard, that was Bayard's doing in building him. And then when Bayard left and he was onto his own devices and things and had the strength and the courage to do what he was doing, that's what it was. Because I didn't realize that one of Martin's books, I think it was his first one ever, Bayard was the ghostwriter on that. He would go to Bayard and get him to edit and expound on some things and carrying on. But he said, and I just read a quote that he said, I didn't want my name on the book. They didn't put his name on the book. Okay. And carrying on. So a lot of this, I get on the alphabet children specifically because we have a lot of history in this. Y'all sit up here want to shake your ass and shit all the goddamn time. You can sit up here talking about going to suck a dick some goddamn where and partying all night long. But when we look at, and I know I'm sounding like a party pooper, but at this particular stage of the game, hell, in my youth, in my 20s and stuff, I didn't even have this information. To say, okay, this is what this is and carry on. As a matter of fact, we didn't even have Martin Luther King weekends.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
We didn't have.
And y'all know, for me, like I'm still learning a lot of things about Martin because y'all know with Malcolm in my house.
Right. So
we weren't peaceful up in my.
When we talk about this, this is where my passion in it becomes, because I don't want to upset the party, because I agree with you, Nikki. We should celebrate his life because hell, like everybody else, okay, shit, if we can sit down there, if y'all can sit down there and close a bank for Columbus Day, somebody who didn't discover America, and you
didn't discover shit.
A national holiday. Y'all make that a national holiday to where the mail don't run. We don't get no motherfucking mail. We don't get no banks. We can't do anything at the federal government. Really. So if we're able to do that, y'all able to sit down there off of Abraham Lincoln's and George Washington's birthday. Okay. Because, and now wait a minute. How about that? We have their birthdays and still have a President's Day.
Yep.
That's acknowledged. Yep. Okay. So if we have all that, I'm
acknowledging Malcolm like that.
Right. So if we got it like that, okay, that's lovely and cute. At the same time, I'm hearing something, and I thought it was my phone, and it's not. It's somebody's phone, but I don't know whose it is. Oh, it's this one. Who in the hell is alarm is this? Shut up. Okay, I'm like, who? Anyway.
Sir, you want right up there? Okay, so I just had to be sure.
When we have these kinds of if you could do that here, then yeah, we've earned the right to celebrate Martin. I mean, shit, I call them the trifecta. Then we got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, honey. Malcolm, Martin, and Rosa are the trio.
Right, and
Okay.
all three of them should be celebrated.
Okay,
The
so
same.
now, but the point comes in for me is that for the alphabet children, and knowing that this is a part of our history as well, then we should be fighting for that just as well. Now, if you want to sit down there and have an MLK weekend, honey, at the bars, child, how come we not sit up there throwing around Bayard's name at the bars? Since we done made this, turned it into an alphabet thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be cool. Like, come on and include him in that celebration. Hey,
hello.
So next year,
I get it.
So next year we're gonna dress up. You're gonna be Malcolm. I'll be Malcolm, and you want to be Martin, and you're gonna be Rosa.
And I ain't getting up because my feet gonna be hurting from my heel.
That's what they said. That's what your boy said in that doggone barbershop movie. He said,
Rosa, and y'all know Tyler Perry did the same thing. Remember, Medine said, Rosa ain't get off that bus because I was outside like this.
Right.
Get off the bus, Rosa.
She set her big ass down right there and just refused to get up.
They were so mad at Cedric, but listen, it was just a joke. Like, why the fuck would y'all?
No, let's look at that. Let's look at that.
She was
right, because she was tired. She was tired.
She had a long day.
She was tired. She like, fuck this, not today. Not today.
Because what it wasn't about, this wasn't a political struggle. This wasn't her taking a stand and this, that, and the other. She was tired.
She was tired.
Like, dude, I'm not getting up.
She like, not today.
Okay.
You gonna do what you gonna do, but I'm not today.
Up. And that's what that was. So the thing of it is that a lot of folks get upset because everybody treated as though she was the first woman to do it, and she was not.
She wasn't.
She was not the first Black woman to do that. What it was is that at the time, it's all about timing, because this is how I believe that this is divine intervention or God's planning for this, because at the time, it was right when they were starting to put this together.
Right.
So they used her to be the
catalyst,
the mother of the civil rights movement, because it was off of her arrest that the bus boycott started. Okay.
Because you got to think about this, right? Not only did we have to sit the fuck in the back, but if we were sitting in the back and a white person got on and there wasn't no more seats in the front, then even in the back, I'm supposed to get the fuck up, bitch. And then I'm supposed to come on the front, put my money on the bus, then get my ass off the bus and go back around. Then, bitch, why y'all ain't put a coin thing in the back? The fuck?
And then what about those?
I'm tired. Fuck y'all. I'm not getting up today.
What about those who were just honoring and took your money, but then pulled off?
Pulled off.
Okay, pulled off. See, so we have all of that. So I bring this up all the time around this time of the year because I want my community specifically to get on board with, even if we don't recognize it as a national holiday, we could recognize
it's just about learning your history. The more we know, later on down the line, it might be.
Right. It needs to be recognized as one of ours. Because when we had the fight against Black versus gay, and they always say, oh no, the gay rights movement ain't got shit to do with the civil rights movement. I back them up. I said, bitch, it was organized by a Black gay man.
But civil rights are civil rights.
Yeah.
It don't say civil rights only if you straight. What the fuck? That don't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense. However, everybody gets in on the color thing. Well, they could see I'm Black. I can't change my color, but you can stop all that gay shit. Bitch. If it was that.
Who told you that? Can you stop all that straight shit?
So it becomes that particular argument. And then, like I say all the time, Black folks get mad.
You too, bro.
Right, he ran.
What?
Black folks get mad.
I'm just saying. It's like, that's like telling us straight people to just stop being straight. all of a sudden I'm supposed to go like a bitch. No, I don't like bitches, okay? I don't. But I don't care that my daughter do. What the fuck?
Big Red, cut it out with all that masculine shit. Okay.
Nikki, stop wanting a strong, tall black man. No, bitch. That's what the fuck I want. The hell? I used to tell somebody to stop being who the fuck they are. Like, if you don't get the fuck out of here.
That part, but that's what we're dealing with. So I just want to bring that up here to have this to further this discussion here because I want to hear you guys' thought on it. And
wait, Red. That's like somebody telling me, "No, you better stop all that short shit and that big butt shit, nigga." What?
That's right. Stuck that ass in and stretch that neck.
I'm 50. Huh?
Stuck that ass in and stretch that neck up.
Use the fuck out of here. Red, stop all that funny shit. The fuck?
Right. Okay. So that there is some of the things that we're looking at. Oh wait, what's this? I thought about that. Why don't we celebrate Bayard Rush's contributions to the civil rights movement? Because a lot of folks don't want to accept it, Leah.
And I think a lot of people, like, I bet you if I ask Keisha and Cole about who that was, they don't know. So I'm gonna give them the information.
A lot of that has to do with us as far as educating us. There's a documentary that's out on Netflix. I just read it. What they say? What's the name of the doc? Our Brother Outsider: The Life of Bayard Rustin. I think I saw that. It's up on Netflix, or they say it was there.
Okay, I'll tell Cole.
In understanding this, in understanding this, Leah, that there's partly us because we as the alphabet children do not educate ourselves. Black alphabet, honey, hell, we still trying to understand who the hell we are and what our place is, because there's a number of names, child, that a lot of folks, they know James Baldwin, but a lot of folks still have not put James.
I was going to say, I love James Baldwin. I know who he is back and forth. I can hear his voice speak through my head right now.
If anybody who should have their own holiday should be him, because Jimmy.
I was going to ask you about that. Like, James, first of all, he was just a brilliant man. And the fact that the first thing that comes to your goddamn mind, that gay man. What does his sexual preference have to do with the brilliance of the man?
How about that?
What do you care? Is he not brilliant?
The only places they ask you preferences like that is when you're at a breakfast place and they ask you, do you want link or patty sausage? You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to doggone be.
Hey, Henry. I like that. Thank you.
That's supposed to be what it is.
You damn dumbass. You get one.
Okay. Listen. No, he didn't, Princess. No. Okay. Didn't mince words. I love him.
He sure the hell didn't. I love that man.
Research department. There is a debate that Jimmy Baldwin had with Malcolm X.
I got that.
Okay.
I have
There's
that.
also a debate that that Bayard Rustin had with Malcolm X.
Really?
I didn't know, but I didn't know who he was at the time. The one with James Baldwin, I've watched it many times.
Okay, it's sickening, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is sickening, and I believe there's also one with Jimmy Baldwin and Louis Farrakhan. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not Muslim, whatever you want to call it this week.
Muslim is what black people called it. The word is Muslim.
I know. I'm gonna call it what I know because I walk past the final call every day of my high school life. Okay.
I ain't talking about the Nation of Islam. I'm talking about actual.
No, I'm saying
the one that was there, but the one that was there before Elijah started all that stuff.
Okay, that building was that old that I walked past every day. So my point I'm making is you can't. I can say you can't. It's like People choose their own path, correct?
Right.
In choosing these paths, how can you walk up? Can you walk up? Let me ask you this, Meech. Can you walk up to a doggone can of vegetables with no label on it, right?
Uh-huh.
And know what's inside?
Come on. Ooh. And don't nobody ever give a damn, do that.
But all you know is that you need them vegetables to cook your meal. So them same vegetables that you don't know nothing about what's on the inside of them, when you put them on your plate, it makes a complete world. It makes a complete world. So guess what? It don't matter if they sweet carrots or doggone asparagus. It don't matter if they peas. It don't matter if they whatever the hell it is. All that matters is what you are bringing to the table.
You are bringing to the table. If your message is something that is going to move something forward, make something better, make it greater, give some people some understanding and give them some history, what difference does it make what you do when you get in your bed?
Man, let me explain something to you. Okay. A nigga in a dress saying something life-changing that's going to assist the Afro-American communities across America, I can hear him louder than a nigga in a suit that's doggone.
Medea do it all the time. Medea does it all the time.
I'm talking about you bashing, you gay bashing in a suit, but a motherfucker in a dress is addressing political views and educating people through comedy.
Yep.
Okay.
Wilson did it. Medea does it. Listen, and the fact is, when I hope, now I feel like I'm about to cry. Now I feel like my grandmother, when they would say stuff like, I hope I'm around to see the day when.
Right.
I hope I'm around to see the day when that does not matter. Why do you care about something that has nothing to do with you? Why would you not listen because of somebody's sexual preference? Are they harming you in any kind of way? Are they harming anybody else in any kind of way?
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna say this, and then I gotta get
One
off.
time I got a problem with somebody is when they harming somebody. Just like when they always ask me about the polygamy thing. I don't give a shit. You can have 99 wives as long as you ain't beating them the fuck up or abusing no kids. Do what the fuck you doing?
I'm down with the polygamy long as you can afford to treat them equal.
Long as you can afford to take care of them, long as you ain't got them out there. If you got more than one wife, then nobody in that motherfucker should be on no welfare unless y'all fell on hard times.
But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. It's 2021. Okay. In 2019, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Well,
I saw a lady make all 5 of her white children jump out the pool
because it was some coloreds in there.
When the black kids came and jumped in there, they came and took their stuff off, and the black kids were like they had more money than the white kids, but they came.
I told y'all that happened to me.
No,
when I was a little girl.
Matter of fact, you know what, Meech? Was that even true? That was 2020. Remember when I went to down there and I was talking from the beach? I was sitting on my balcony.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That happened.
I remember because I was like, bastard, where you at?
That happened at that resort. I sat there and watched it. I watched it. It was
crazy in this day and age.
It was a white lady, 2 white ladies, and 5 kids in the pool. White kids, they in there having a blast, having a good time, beach balls, all that. Everybody's just chilling. And then when the 3 black kids came out there, they start taking off their stuff, and they're just as respectful. They spoke, and they doggone folded up their stuff and sat on the chair. And as they was getting in the pool, the lady got up and started telling them, "Oh, come on, get out to work, come on." And I was like, what the fuck? They wasn't out there no longer than it took. You saw them go out there, so they wasn't out there long.
Okay, right. Okay.
I told you the same thing happened to me when I was a kid, and for that to still be happening now, in the townhomes that we lived in, there was my mom, my first husband, Brian's aunt, and there was another black family. This whole entire complex, only black families in the entire complex. Me and my cousin, we go to the pool. Like, you got to have your little card to, you know, because it's a private, we go, the lifeguard, little white guy, would not let us in. When I tell you Verona Christine went around that bitch and cussed that motherfucker out.
Okay.
Like, I never, first of all, I thought Jackie had jumped inside of Verona. Because baby, she
okay, wait a minute. Wait. I'm trying to listen to you. What the hell is Venmo?
Venmo.
Venmo.
It's like Cash App, but it's
like Cash App.
It's PayPal's version of Cash App.
I don't do PayPal. I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I use PayPal. So my mother goes around there, and all I hear her say is, "Bitch, you can't even afford to live the fucking here. You don't even live here. And now your ass about to be fired."
Right. Now that's
his ass wasn't at that mother. He wasn't a lifeguard no damn more. Because we didn't. These people, and that's another thing. Like, they can't stand that. The ones who are like that. I'm not talking about every white person. I'm talking about the prejudiced, racial ass people. They can't stand to see that we can do the same things that they do, or we are living in the same places that they live in. And even back then, when it was like 1978, 79, I was like 8 or 9 years old, maybe 80. I might have been 10 when that happened. You still think that we can't be where you are. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Exactly. Yes, he was.
But that's my thing, though. My thing is, I understood why Dr. King fought for us to be equal with them. But y'all know how I feel. I don't want to be nowhere where you don't want me to be. I don't want to give you my money. Fuck you. Why do I have to beg you to give you my shit?
Exactly. Hello.
So I kind of want to know where you don't want me to be, so I know never to spend my money with you.
Right.
Right.
I want to be able to get my money up and go and buy some land down there with the rest of the people. That what town? Where is that in Georgia? Where they done bought all of like the 90 acres and they trying to recreate Black Wall Street. They've been doing it for the last few months for a good while. Might have been almost a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's not Killer Mike, it's somewhere else down here, and they've been doing it to different families. They've been putting in and putting. You know, I want to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be somewhere where I am comfortable, where I know is never ulterior motive, where I don't have to give you the side eye. But don't get me wrong, I don't want to be in no shit where we gonna fuck it up either. Because if we gonna pay all this money, I want it to look just like behind Meech and behind here, and stay that way.
Okay. Press pause for a second, because Henry is trying to get y'all's attention. He really his Cash App is not working, but he wants to send
I look at what he put in there. He's not putting 2 T's in hot.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
And when? Oh, what happened?
He's misspelling it or something. I seen the misspelling, and I was like, "That's what it is right there." He got Atlanta. What? He got Atlanta.
I can't see Facebook. I'm only looking at YouTube right now.
That's what I'm looking at. The YouTube. It says Atlanta.
Oh, you on Meech's page? I think I'm on mine.
It's spelled the wrong way. It says Nikki. He got 2 I's and Nikki. Is that right on yours? No.
It's AUNTINIKKI. NIKKI.
Okay, he got NIKKI, but then on mine he got it spelled wrong. He got a D like a land. I don't know what the heck that is. It's not Atlanta.
It's NIKKI 215.
Do you have a Venmo, Nick?
I do, but I ain't been in it in like forever. I don't even know which bank account it's hooked up to.
Oh Lord.
Okay. I got PayPal though. I got Cash App and PayPal.
Okay.
Oh, somebody trying to bless us?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the only. I mean, because I don't know. That's the right spelling right there. Because I can see they spelling it wrong.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Let me put it up in here so that he can get it because he's on he's on the on YouTube. Shit. Brain freeze. Shit, I couldn't get it out. It was stuck. Okay. I haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, Cole, that's my cash app, right? $ Aunt Nikki 215, right? Oh, she don't know. She ain't got cash app. She got PayPal. I can't look at my other phone because my phone died. But yeah, that's it. $ Aunt Nikki 215. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, they can Vimo the whole thing. Yeah. They can. They can Vimo everything. He can cash out it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, tell him if he can't, that'll be fine. Mitch know how to. And so I said, thank you so much for even thinking about us like that.
Okay, it is a blessing.
Yeah.
It's cute and it's lovely. And yes, thank you, sweetheart, because we appreciate you for all that you do, for being you and for coming up in here showing us love and carrying on, and for doing the thing the way that you do, honey. We greatly and just honestly appreciate all of y'all who take the time to come out and listen to us and show your love here as we grow and do what we do over here. Hey, okay.
You know, and I laugh, and I laugh, I joke, I laugh, I joke, I make fun of different things, but to get my point across. But one thing I don't play. If I see you looking out for me, Nikki, Meech, if I see you looking out for either one of us, definitely on my prayer list at all times. So I appreciate everything.
Y'all don't even know how much you are appreciated, whether it was a cash app or a comment.
See,
to know that you are, you know what I mean, that you are rocking with us, liking what we're saying, and we know, like all of us, not just here on Dish and Tea, but the whole Nighthawk, we know how to respectfully agree to disagree. That's why we have the topic that we have. So I appreciate the support, y'all. I really do. And y'all know what? I just really have to say thank you. So all y'all, I ain't looking up because I don't want Red to be laughing at me because I'm about to be a crybaby.
You took that stuff off the front of your hair and wiped it on your face. To make tears.
I ain't got nothing on my damn hair, boy. This a week. I ain't put nothing on it since I got it. But for everybody who has sent me love and prayers and stuff, like especially throughout the Nighthawk Network, y'all, Miss Pat and Eric and H2, Leah, JoJo. Oh, it was Tracy's birthday yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I told him happy birthday yesterday, but since I didn't get on the air last night, happy birthday, Trey.
Okay.
I told you happy birthday in the messages, but I wanted to say it out loud. Y'all, even when y'all don't see me all the time and stuff, or when I'm not responding in all of the our text messages, y'all, I appreciate y'all. And I really appreciate all the prayers that everybody be sending out to me and checking on me and stuff like that. I am going through a rough time, but like I said, I know that every lesson will eventually turn into a blessing. And I know that there are times when we got to go through it to get to it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, I know that. So although I might have some low days, I know that it's all a part of the process. It's like that day. Remember that day, y'all, when I put on that curly wig and I said I had to go look in the mirror and say, bitch, if you look the way you feel, you're going to stay here.
Ooh, say that one more time for the children in the cheap seats.
Go look your ass in the mirror and say, if you look the way you feel right now, you will stay here. That day, that is what I said to myself. And I got up, I put that wig on, put on some eyeliner and some lip gloss. I wasn't going no goddamn where. But I knew that if I continue to feel down and look down, I was going to stay down.
I know.
And sometimes what that song, sometimes we gotta encourage yourself.
Well,
sometimes. Okay.
I am going to put my prayer hands together and I'm going to bow to Henry Kelly. Thank you.
Well, I'm not able to look, but thank you, Mr. Henry.
Eric, we appreciate and love you just as well. You are.
Oh my God, y'all don't know that damn Eric Buckner, honey.
Hey, EB is the man.
He definitely is.
So.
Okay, that's Detroit in the house. You know that's Midwest child check. Y'all know how we do. So on that note, well, let's do this. What? Okay. Okay. On that note, let me let you guys get back to your particular worlds and things of that nature because we almost at 3.5 hours. Could y'all stand it?
Well, y'all, and I'm gonna be getting back with everybody so I can give I've been over in them big old streets, and the whole network, we gonna get over in them big old streets because in them big old streets, we get paid to be in these rooms.
Hey, and
the watchers as well as the hosts.
Guess what? I know Nikki's gonna like this. Pretty much everything finna fire up next week, and I'm finna set up a whole curriculum. So we'll be putting up the whole doggone link for them to follow us over there at HM Dynasty Radio as well.
Oh shit, we going back to the station.
Okay.
Y'all better watch out for y'all mornings. Mornings don't be the same when we in the room, honey.
What y'all gonna love? What y'all gonna love about the entire set because we did a little visual work in there.
Okay.
The furniture is off the chain, lumbars and all.
You know what? I absolutely do miss it. At first, I used to be like, God damn. Look, the one day, Red, I was like, I never remember being asked to be a damn host. I remember just showing up and then every day after that.
Well, what I did this time is
they're like, you up yet? I'm like, damn. No, I guess. Yeah, I'm up.
I set the platform at okay. Now we're gonna push the brand of the HM Dynasty Radio, right? But I set the platform up. Okay, it's gonna be on the Big Red Fella Show, and it's gonna be the whole everything that we're doing.
Philly boy myself, huh?
He's from Philly himself. I got both of y'all.
Oh, okay. I should have known that because he said bull. Right. B-U-L. That's young bull. What's up? Okay. Only people from Philly stay bull like that and just put B-U-L. I should have got that reference. I'm sorry. Thank you, Henry.
But yeah.
I can't wait. I am kind of tired of being stuck in the house.
But don't worry. But I didn't stress us out. The Big Red Fella Show is Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
What time we going on? You know I got Leadership Blend starting back on the 20th next week.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that later.
Okay.
Y'all, listen, we trying to take over the media world. We gonna be everywhere. Everywhere you look, one of our faces gonna be. If it ain't all three of us together, baby, you're definitely gonna see one of us somewhere. Everywhere.
Okay. Definitely look up because everything is set up. The platform is set up, and we're gonna lock it in. We're gonna rock and roll. It's gonna be on its own.
I hear that. Okay. I'm with it. Well, I love you guys. Meech, go ahead. You ready?
Hey, y'all done did it. So shit. If you love us, tell a friend, honey. If you hate us, tell all your motherfucking enemies. But do know this. Everything that we're doing, honey, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we're doing will move forward. Honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, darling, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darling, with Big Meech and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally over there, honey. That's Big Red, honey. So all of you like, subscribe, share, It's all the platforms and carrying on. And yeah, okay, everybody throwing up liquor and shit. Yeah,
You know,
I got
everybody throwing up. We're throwing it up, honey.
So on that note, my darlings, you guys take care of yourself. Be well. Wash your hands constantly.
Please.
When you wash your hands,
Wash
honey.
your mask too.
If you're not, hello. If you're not in your bubble of friends that you know and carrying on, stay safe. Wash your hands. Get your hand sanitizers, honey. Keep your mask. If you're going around folks that you don't know specifically, you're going out into that public, wear your masks, okay? Keep them in your purse. Keep them in the visor of your car. Make sure you wash them often. If you got the cloth ones, okay? Make sure. We are on the verge, honey, of having another shutdown coming because we done got so far out of hand. Did y'all hear about the new strands coming out of Ohio?
Okay. Ohio?
Ohio.
Wait, so how many new strands we got?
We got 4.
And if y'all need any classes on how to wear your mask properly, go over to Get Off My Lawn.
I know
Eric
it's
gives a
3.
class on it.
I know it's 3. I'm saying 4 because it was 2. No, it is two new strands. They did say 2 new strands. That's not travel related. That's here, and they're coming out of Ohio. So that's a total of 4 new strands of this damn virus. Okay. And we don't even have the numbers. One is the B117, that's the UK. The B1.351, that's the South African one. And then these 2 new ones that's here. So it's mutating. And
you know what? I forgot you did. We are about to go out, but I want to spend a special shout out to my cousin Gabby. She's in Douglasville. You guys, please pray for her and her kids. Everybody in the house has COVID. I spoke to her today, and I had to say, damn, cuz I know what that felt like. If you need anything, bitch, I'll drop it all. I'll jump in the car and just tell me what your list is, and I'll put it on your porch and then say, bitch, I left it on the porch.
Right. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. So be ready. In fact, tomorrow, I think we're gonna get off into that. What are you doing for this 2021? You know, we done been through it once. Let's talk about it and let's see what we can do to do this thing better. You say no, correction. Research says no, there's 5 new strands total.
Oh, shit. You heard me tell them, Ian, if they need a class on how to wear your mask properly, go on over to Get Off My Lawn. Eric puts it down for you every time. Show you exactly how you need to wear it.
Tomorrow on Dish and Tea, the stand against the strands. We'll see you there.
Oh, amen. Good night, y'all. You nasty bastard. Good night, y'all.
Scene, honey. Scene.